strip this back to what it's supposed to be about. Crown Jewel Championship, Perth, Australia, the undisputed WWE champion against the very best, against the world heavyweight champion, you, Seth frickin' Rollins. Again, I'm trying here. I like to think 20 years from now, where are you and I going to be? Are we going to be sitting in those chairs back there, talking to the future of the industry, reminiscing on our old matches? Is that wishful thinking? Maybe.
Well, greetings, everyone. Another episode. Let's see if this shit is
At WrestleMania 40, standing right there, extending your hand to me, your knees shut, a man of your word. You were the shield for me, the MVP of WrestleMania. Every bit of emotional guilt between you and I lifted, amended everything in our history. I thought that you were my flesh. Shut up. Shut up.
Be gone.
I was never your friend.
Be gone. Be gone.
We were never friends. That was never friendship. That was a meaningful thing. You know what? I was going to be the 40.
Remember me, boy? Yep.
That little scenario about the future that you just made, that's never going to happen. We're never going to be friends. I'm never going to shake your hand. I'm never going to raise your hand. I'm never going to call you the better man. I'm never going to call you the agent.
Get away from me!
It's not going to happen.
I'll move you! Run. Run from me!
I'm going to clean the timeline. I'll challenge you. Everything.
I just don't want him to see me. We're not friends anymore. We're not. They won't forgive you. They didn't forgive me. There is no forgiveness. None, friend. None. I know you want it. I can smell it on you. Well, it ain't happening. No, it isn't. That's why I'm out here, well away from you. They come for me, but I'm with you. I never stop. I never do. There, boy.
Welcome to K100. Engineers of downloads and sign up for Canada. We need to back on later. We're talking it up on the lead.
I'm raising his sister.
And he's going to dig in deep with the crew and discussions about how the WWE surrounding sports and entertainment, marketing styles and conditioning the audience.
Hey, Jenny, yeah?
AEW and their lack of buzz and the passion for the
I'm doing great. I'm doing the very best I can. It ain't perfect, but I'm living.
Shows in WrestleMania versus Saudi Arabia. Also the fairness of the K100 suspension system. All this plus Geokin versus Kenny Omega, some TV and movie talk and recommendations, and so much more. And now without further delay, let's hand it off to the masters of
That's it.
It's going in.
Reverend? You okay, Mr. Morgan?
Episode 400.
I don't know, Reverend. These are challenging times for all of us. Yes.
I am also good. Nice to hear my friend Red Heart.
You too, Mrs. Jenny.
I've left the morphine, sir.
Reverend Swanson, would you excuse us a minute?
Of course.
New York, We are gonna go to New York. Now, they have been chasing us south and east and west. We're gonna get a boat, we're gonna get on a river, and we're gonna go north, New York. Then Tahiti, the Fiji Islands, or this place, New Guinea, dancing girls, freedom.
What do you think about the logo project, my friend?
Commotion.
Oh, the logo. You ain't showed me a Pacific logo yet.
One
What?
score
Would you
and
send me
one
some in
hell of a lot of noise.
Discord? Cause
We ain't so good
I ain't
at
been
doing
there in some
scores
time.
anymore, Dutch.
Are you feeling all right, Art?
Sure, I'm fine. Pardon me for interrupting. Brought a friend, Arthur. Hello. Hello. Dutch. This is Eagle Flash. His father is a great chief. Charles and I, we
Attended to be mercenaries. Did me a great favor.
Dutch Van Dam.
Yeah.
How do you do?
Sent you the message on your Discord, my friend.
Father is confused. Wisdom and weakness. His people, my people,
Okay.
suffered too much. Been lied to too much. Now they've taken our horses.
I was just a hello.
At Fort Wallace.
Check in with Ryan now, my friend, slightly smiling face.
People won't stop until we're all dead. Without horses, we cannot
All right, I'm
hunt.
gonna
Without
reply to
women,
this one.
we will starve. This is another act of war.
No,
I see that.
I've heard good things.
Men have helped me before. I have money.
Put your money away.
I'll probably get back to it someday. Did you watch Tax?
What do you think, Charles?
Yeah, I'm all
You know I told your father I will not fight over some horses.
Check it out. The other guy, if not
But
Ruffalo,
I made
that got
no
the main
such
beat
promise.
guy. He was in the
Come along.
Ozark. Yeah, the guy that had his hair pulled back and got the little kid.
Arthur, we must go with them. To try to stop things from getting
That's it, very good.
out
I
of
like
hand.
it. And plus, they were saying that, like, I guess the girl
Oh, wait a minute.
is his niece, and she's taking care of the kids. She's Australian, and she went to Delco to get whatever the fucking accent you guys have down there.
Yeah, they all sound good to me. They all sound good to me. There's a couple of outliers, but like you said, there's Australians on the show, English, Irish. They're doing good.
Cats get RUR, Penguin Good, Peekskill, New York. Well, those are the people that are listening to us from around the world and domestically, as you can see. It's an
All right, back to the stream.
from everywhere. We thank you for spreading the word to friend us both. The numbers keep going on, and that's not just something we say.
You did
Thanks to
okay.
you guys, picking us as your information and entertainment center. Talking about cats, we were going to read something about cats. This was yesterday. Okay. Paid YouTube members, people are still paying. Dave Taylor, Shark Sandwich, William, Paladin, Bruce, Titanic 2, Justice for Jack, Bruce, Wilzo, Tony, F and G. Our subscriber count right now it's at 68,100. We can relate to that number 5 on the clock. View count is over 60 million. Again, hugely with the recommendations. He recommends Spinal 2 again. The first one we said it was really good and you need to see it. I didn't like it. There were a couple cameras in it, like Elton John. He goes not a classic, but there's some hilarious stuff in it.
I was a big fan of Spinal Tap too.
Yeah.
I think Spinal Tap is one of the best movies. The original Spinal Tap is one of the best movies.
I disagree.
Why are you getting
We
involved?
can discuss that when Vince Arthur.
We shoot fellas as
The
they
long
shoot. We say
good maybe Jonas about this new Stephen King adaptation. It was really intense and original, like weapons.
Quite a
I know the
while since
story.
we
I
helped
see the movie.
anyone
Yeah.
but
It seems like
ourselves.
it would be a good content. All right. If anybody's seen The Long Walk, let me know. I'd like to thank Whitney Rosenberg because he sent me 3 trailers to 3 movies, and I think I'm gonna watch all 3. I think Joe's seen all 3 of them. One is Joe Kill the Irishman. With Christopher Walken set in Cleveland at the store.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's kind of blown out of the radar. Really good. And the guy, the main guy, his name is Ray Stevenson. He's really good.
You know what 2 movies I saw under your recommendation? The Bad Lieutenant and Bad Lieutenant 2. Give me your thoughts. Get it, dirty. I don't think you could get any filthier than horrible human. Both of them.
was funding Pinkerton's assault on us. Why do you think I dealt with him?
That Harvey
Before
Cartel
long ago,
was great in the
the
first one.
government is
Yeah.
far more likely
I mean,
to divert them to
what
other
about
issues,
Nicolas Cage or
especially if
Killer?
there's one more
Shoot again, his
scandal.
soul was still there.
And we can
It's all
slip
fucking.
away.
You don't have a lucky
Like I
contract?
said,
Where's
we
lucky
just need that noise.
Yeah,
And one more
Nicolas Cage was
school.
great in this.
You know, I went
Yeah,
back
just for
to
those
the
that
chest
don't
I
know
had
this,
hidden outside
the
Shady Belle.
second movie
And
doesn't
we're
have
close,
anything to do with the
Arthur.
first
That
movie. It's not a
dynamite, the
prequel,
railroad
it's not a
contract
sequel,
with
it's
the
nothing.
army,
It's just
it was all
in
in
New
those
Orleans.
papers Micah
Military
found.
cups. And
What's going on? What's supposed to be the case?
Dirty Harry
You
was
just
a degenerate. These guys were taking drugs and stealing drugs and using them and fucking like, yeah, right. Every rule that you could break, they were breaking. Setting up football games to be fixed and action. The other one is Killing them
Oh.
softly
His
with
men,
Ray
like I
Liotta,
said,
Dan
they'll help
Gosling,
us.
and Brad Pitt.
I got the canoes.
That's good.
The boat
Yeah,
is
I
still
liked it.
moored
It
in
was
the
great.
channel.
Used
Good.
to with all
Let's
of
wait
that
till
flow
nightfall.
and shit, but I don't know. It's good.
All right.
If it's your kind of thing, you'll know. You know, Gandolfini's got a great
All right.
cameo and a couple things.
Let's head out.
Good story. Good story. And then this one you didn't like that much, but from what I saw with the previews, it looked pretty good, especially Michael Shannon, the Iceman. And yes, that Iceman, the guy that killed everybody.
We need to
Yeah,
get
I
that
liked
boat
it.
ashore.
It just wasn't.
I
It
think the
wasn't
best
too
plan
scary.
is to paddle up there
It was
silently, board her.
It was good. Even
Then when we
good
got
guy,
control,
the
we'll
other
deal with that anchor,
most
float
movies
away.
are like that. Yeah,
We'll be ashore
think about if
before
you look into
anybody
this
even
bad
knows
ice
what
movie,
happened.
Kaplinsky that he would have thought. 99% of the stories told is just bullshit. Really? Yeah. Yeah, they're already with real. So what did he did kill those three degenerates that he was making deals with, but all this like all the high level hippie and stuff. I was in on Alpha and I was in on Crazy Joe. He put himself in every. He even put himself in with Kennedy. He just that's the whole story.
So actually, the only thing this guy is going to be remembered
Look
for
alongside.
is being the influence of
Steve Austin.
There we go.
Yeah. Right.
And that was all bullshit he was saying.
Yeah, I can look it
Stone
up.
Cold Steve Austin.
It's predicated on a lie, yeah. I believe it.
Try not to kill anyone.
Well, I will say this: the guy, the main guy.
No, that was his fault. He did
He's a
shoot
very
him.
underrated actor, and I thought he did a great job.
No, I didn't. That was Dutch. He the one pulled out the guns, not
It
me.
also has James Franco, who I always
Good
liked,
luck.
and Ray Liotta.
Try not to kill anyone, Arthur.
And I think Captain America, where Chris Evans is in it. Who's the dude that we've talked about before that does all the Mafia YouTube? Michael Steve or whatever. Yes, he's one of the main guys that comes out and says, dude, I never heard of Kaplinsky in my life, and I was in that for, so he's, you know. And Joe brought to my attention, for those of you that like gang movies and shit like that, it's Philadelphia versus the Mob on Netflix, late October, correct? Yeah, the early mid-90s mob movie. It shows how wild the mob scene was in Philadelphia, no rules, people being killed left and right, indiscriminately. You know, the war between Stanza, whatever was his name, John Stanza and Merlin, Joey Merlino. Yeah, Merlino. You know what he does now? No, but I know who he is. Yeah, cheesesteaks, baby. Skinny Joey's cheesesteaks. Actually, I talked to one of his reps about hip-hop podcasts, but it didn't happen. But yeah, it's on I got the connects, baby. Well, then why didn't you get one? No, I didn't. I could have worked with Dykstra too. There's just certain things I don't want to do. I'm actually pretty full up right now. I don't want nothing else. I'm okay. It's like you were doing that with Raven, the cat stuff and causes me. I don't do anything except upload and make response. Raven, post, and make response. This is the one that takes up the three quarters of my time. Or this is the only one I'm having everything else to take. No, this is
No.
I'm not complaining. She's not like saying we're complaining. I was just wondering why you were so heavy. You know. Yeah. What was your? All right. Yeah. So yeah. Let me ask you. So those are the movies. Anything else? That's it. There we go. Did you see? Wait, one movie thing? Yeah, I know we got to move on. You see Superman yet, Conan? Huh? Superman. Did you see it yet? I've said it like 3 times, bro. You can't. Yeah, see, there's that memory. No, I saw it was on Fox. I don't remember the start. Remember? Yeah, did you see it? No, I saw it 3D when I watched it.
We're headed to those rocks.
You know, all I have to say is, people got instead of jumping streaming. YouTube probably did it on Prime and Amazon.
What is wrong with
Once
you?
it's on, let me watch it. It's already on there. I think I saw something that they're making a prequel out of it.
Yeah, I think so. But there's a huge
I guess
hole.
one of the evil characters.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Daniel.
Disco.
Boss, get him out of here.
Oh yeah, I could watch it for $20. It's on the full price deal right now. The price find it.
Well,
So
whatever else is wrong
you
with
could
you,
take the
quite
car
the
and
best
park
pilot
the
I've
Uber
ever
where
come
you get
across.
it and
The horses are
all
confused.
that shit.
We need to round them up. I'll get these four, Arthur.
You see Daniel
You go
Day-Lewis,
after the others.
this big
Okay.
comedy coming in a couple weeks too. There's some good stuff in it. Yeah. Guys, you probably heard of it in the series, and maybe you can try it. If you're looking for something beyond the usual approach, meet Regia Ready. Other companies rely on similar beauty or blood care, but Regia Ready is the next generation prescription treatment designed to help amplify arousal in the brain and reduce blood flow. The usual pills still aren't doing the trick. Regia Ready to clean your intake. Its 3-in-1 formula dissolves into your tongue to absorb fast. You'll be ready in just 15 minutes or an hour, not hours. And the best can last up to 36 hours. That means you can stay confident, present, and in control when the moment's right. And proof, over 150,000 men have made the switch, and you can read their customer reviews right on the site. Getting started is simple. Regia connects you with a board-certified doctor 100% online, and if prescribed, the treatment ships quickly to your door. Connect with the provider at Regia.com/K100 to see if the Regia Ready prescription is right for you. You can use the code K100 to get 15% off today. That's RUGIEC.com/K100 and use promo code K100 to get 50%
Wait, when you
off.
got hard, dude.
RUGIEC.com/K100 and use the code K100 to get your 15% off today. Use the code to support the show. Use the
Well, what if
Regia
you
American
help me
Center.
return the
Individual
horses to
results
my
may
men?
vary
Well,
with prescription treatment. Compounded drugs
Arthur
are permitted
needs
to be
to
prescribed
rest.
under
I
federal
will.
law, but are
I
not
like
FDA
you,
approved
son.
and do
And
not be
after the
available
horses,
for
we're gonna
safety,
wait for the
effectiveness,
army to
or
come
manufacturing
and
reasons.
wreak
Please
its
visit the
revenge.
Regia
I hope
website for
not.
Of
full
course
safety
we ain't.
information.
Now let's go check out that fort of theirs. Is this a good idea? This is
Did
the
you say
only
great or
idea,
did you
and
take
it is
it
one
out?
that will suit both of our
Yeah, but
purposes.
you'll like it.
Fighting the army
Disco.
ain't wise. Stop
That's it.
worrying.
Yeah, they have,
Oh,
well,
and
you know,
Sadie told me about
Delco,
Combs.
it's kind of
Meet
like
us
a
at
white
Doyle's
trash
Tavern in
place, but
Saint
it's
Denis
full of
when you
Vikings
can.
and shit.
Shall
Oh.
we go, son?
These guys
Certainly.
are
We'll
robbing
start
their
some light
sanitation
reconnaissance out of
business.
Fort Wallace,
And
and
they
when
can
Combs
tell
dealt
by
with,
what
you
they're
come meet
throwing
us
in the
there. We'll
trash.
set up a good spot for you.
Eating
No,
drugs.
Dutch. Yeah, well, I
And
do.
so they
This
come
is
back on
exactly
life,
the
and
distraction that we
they
need.
take the
Your
people's
father said
money
the
and
fighting
shit.
was an
And it
impossible
takes a
gamble.
real
There's no
big
winning for
spread
you
in
in
the
this.
second episode.
Father need
It's
not know
a great
anything.
episode.
He'd rather live
Just watch
in
the
ignorance.
Come
first 2
along,
minutes.
Your
You'll like
father
it.
would rather you did not do anything so foolish.
HBO.
I said I would stop this from happening.
Yeah, well, you
Would you
can
talk
also
to him?
watch the Prototype Book of the Year.
Yes.
Produced
Would you?
AEW. I think
That'd be helpful. I mean, let's just start. Especially with that.
Sure.
Fucking Michael Slagley.
I'll speak with
yeah,
him.
I saw that. He finally bought
Head
a
on back to
family.
camp.
Before
Check
you
on the
start, let me
others,
just give you
Dutch's
top 5
behavior.
shows of the week.
I
NBC
understand.
Sunday Night Football, Falcons and
Thank you,
Falcons,
Arthur.
Vikings. Football Night in America.
Give them the numbers.
17.99. It doesn't, I don't have millions. 4.67. I'm sorry, I don't know what the 17.99 show is. 4.67. Football Night in
Wait,
America.
football's only 4.67 million?
That's what it says.
Really? I thought it'd be higher.
Well, hey Joe, you sent me this thing from Sunday Night Football, Falcons versus Vikings. And then it says 17.99, and in parentheses it says 4.67. What are these numbers? 17.99 million, the 4.67 is the thing putting on the camera. Okay, so 18 million basically. Football Night in America, number 2, they're at 10 million. Number 3, NFL Bucks versus Texans, 7 million. That's interesting considering none of them are small markets. And Monday Night Football on ABC, 9.2. And 5, Saturday Night Football, Florida versus LSU, 7 million.
Ah, there he is. Old
Yeah,
Black
you
Lung
could-
Morgan.
This is going
Was
to be
he
a
followed?
monster.
ratings weekend in college football.
Wasn't
There are
you
some
follow?
really good big
Do
boy
you know
matchups.
who you're talking to? I ain't
Like,
sure.
I
I
think
ain't sure
you're
about
Oregon
much
and
no
Penn State to
more.
pick like a
All
three
I know is there's
or something
law
like that.
whenever you're around. That's all.
You got
It
if you
seems
lived
to
in
me.
Alabama.
Since you've been
If
riding with
Alabama
us, there ain't been
season
nothing but trouble. Stirring things up all the time, getting in Dutch's ear. She's wherever you is, there's Pinkertons and vice versa. So you better watch your goddamn mouth, boy.
Let me give you the last
Or-
three. SmackDown 17, running
Take it
1,000,023.
easy, cowboy. You're
NXT
gonna do yourself a
57,
mischief way your head. Micah, shut it. He started it.
37,000.
Dutch says we is to go on with plans to create a diversion. We gotta get some explosives to blow up the bridge. Keep the army out of here a few days.
I think it's a real bad idea.
I don't think Dutch cares too much what you think.
That's clear.
We gotta confuse him one last time. Then he and I will head to Blackwater, collect the money, and help everyone leave. He's got a boat lined up.
Blackwater's a fool's area. Everyone knows it. Even a greedy moron like you.
It's Dutch's choice, Arthur. You're just a senior gun, same as the rest of us. Only you ain't well, and you'll do Dutch's bidding, which is robbing a stage that's coming from Annisburg full of explosives.
All we seem to ever do is rob a stage.
Not me, you two. I got my own planning to do. You boys got this.
You got these numbers, Joe?
Guess we have. Come on, Arthur. And Cowpoke.
It was kind of weird. I think it just
Take it
started
easy.
because it was
Could do with a
Dynamite
vacation.
Collision back to back, and it switched stations to watch it, which I didn't do. I gotta watch Collision. But dude, they're like,
All
okay, this
right,
right
let's go.
a base, a steady show went down a little bit, but like
A little bit. Started at 7:30 and ended at 4:30.
Dynamite.
Mike says we should jump it as soon as he comes through Van Horn.
So you're taking orders from him now?
I'm taking orders from Dutch, same as always.
Oh, I gotta go pee. Get me another Coke.
But why would they? Look at the main event. Just look at the main event.
So here's the thing. We by watching this, you can identify like pretty precisely their hardcore audience. Their hardcore audience is right about 400,000 habitual fans that will watch every week, no matter what. And because you can see on Collision it drops, and so 20% of your Dynamite viewers left Collision. They didn't care, right? So they have about like a 20% of their fan base fluctuates like each week on whether or not they want to watch the show. You know what I'm saying? Like so, that's a significant number. That's kind of
Joe,
high. That they have that type of.
read me that main event for Collision. Top Flight and Hechicero. Said it like a white boy. And Josh Alexander. You are a white boy. I'm sorry, Top Flight versus Hechicero and Josh Alexander. Post-match with Don Callis family.
Well, this was after they did Kyle Fletcher.
You want to see that, bro?
The main event was the prequel on Dynamite. That was the main event.
This is the
Actually, the main event was only in the show. It was like, who was the main event? Was it
What is
Kyle
it,
Fletcher
Roderick and
against
Moxley?
I thought it was Kyle Fletcher against somebody on this, wasn't it? Did I miss something?
I'll get back to it in a minute.
Was there? I don't know.
Yeah, Mortos versus Dorado. That's the main event.
Yeah, you guess.
No, didn't Tony Storm? Tony Storm
That
is the
was
goat.
yeah.
Tekla and Cleon Aminata is the actual.
But that was weird. That's the match they had on going into the night. They actually drew the lowest thing on Dynamite. So I can't. It's very difficult. I don't have anything like that. Fan base is very. But they went after Gail Kim this week.
For what?
You gotta see this shit, dude.
We're going to her.
And Kenny Omega referenced it too.
Okay.
Okay, look at all this. Okay, so somebody was let me tell you the exchange. I may have
I'm going to her Twitter.
Hang on. I may have liked the tweets. Hang on. Let me see.
Oh, there's the Kenny tweet.
Okay, he's talking about Gail. Because somebody go back to Gail Kim's thing. Because somebody brought up this Cornette. Somebody said, "What do you think about Cornette referring to Asian wrestlers as schoolgirls and whatever?" Okay, and brother, discussions are real. And basically, Gail went on a rant.
Very coming on here. You hear about Dutch killing Cornwall?
Hey, hold up a second.
On the show.
Over there.
Okay,
Okay,
they're trying to,
I think we're
if they're
clear.
making,
Let's
they're
head
making
on.
defensive scores all the
So,
time. But
you
every
say
he knows them and
well, that needed to be done.
This is a basic,
But now,
this is a basic thought.
with the big
against
that's
Kenny.
breathing down our necks, see,
This
I'm
is a thought
starting to
challenge you
think
could
that
do,
you've
and
gone
like I would
soft,
suggest
Morgan.
everybody would come with the exact same answer except AW4. If you took all 8 billion people on Earth and showed them a picture, okay, showed them real wrestling, what do you think the majority of people like? And they what is this real world? What is this?
Let's
Where's
hold
this
up
little
here.
doing wrestling?
Right.
Like, and that's
Can
the
you
thing.
meet
It's
the
not
people
like, you know,
that haven't read it,
Wagon will
and
come
including
from that
yourself?
ridge.
Can you meet
Down
the
from Amsburg.
interaction, please?
It'll take the two of us
Oh, I can't
to
see
stop
the
the
original
complete
poster
leap, or
as
it'll
well.
never get
we
done.
can't.
So,
do
I was
it.
thinking
Linux user
go
code.
get
I get
Lady
it.
That's
Dan.
what you said. I'll just, okay.
I'll
She
take
can't
care
get
of
over what
No.
Nancy said about she looks like
I'm
a
the better
girl,
shot.
right? So here's
You,
what's fun.
you're the better
Our
actor.
party
You play dead.
that's Robert's
I'll
birthday,
cover
right?
you.
Everything
I got that.
did not just go up
I
into
got
the
that.
vacation. I said on one show
Oh,
years
that's
ago,
it coming now, I
starting
think.
AEW,
It'll
it was
be
a
quite
woman
the
that
show.
man in an outfit that also added to
And her young look.
what's the next thing, Joe? Yeah, sorry. No, I don't go back. This is one out of two. It gets put that way wrong. And this is two. And the cameraman shot up her skirt and made me feel uncomfortable. That day she had a match with someone, and that whole match was with that line. This little girl getting beat up by whoever she was wrestling, and a ton of little women that tried.
Okay, I'm confused.
Okay, yeah, that's about it. But
Where is the damn spot at? It's dark out here, damn it. I can't see.
Circumstance particular match and set the tone for that feeling over on the match. People listen what I said because Friday was respect that. So everyone after about this, and they're posting videos of her against Khan. I'm making it get better.
Yeah, when Conan leans closer, his microphone's picking up his earphone.
There we go. Alright, that's right. Okay, so they're showing pictures of Gail wrestling Khan. But look, Gail does not wrestle like you would look at her and say that looks like a little Asian girl wrestling. She looks like a tough, like a fighter. Rhea looks nothing like a fighter. She literally looks like a cartoon character that's been thrown in here, and they're treating her like she's an actual human being. That's wrestling like the sort of schoolgirl is wrestling and fighting against the big company. And you can't see that. And that thing that it's almost like seeing that you can you show doing secondary tennis. They're not putting that kind of stuff on TV. You understand
Whatever you stand up, you were saying that she was good sucking up to WWE.
And Kenny said that? I think the typical mindset now is victims were.
Come on, let's move.
Everybody just did WWE died, and everybody did WWE died.
All right,
Just
let's
a
see if we
basic
can do
kill.
this victory without
You see
blowing
that system?
ourselves up.
Another day, another legend be the space on the really two characters best.
I struck lane.
That's what you should put. I think it's like a Gail can. I stand for
I could use a drink
That's
after
what she says.
No. Just never
If
goes
you're trying to beat around the bush and misinterpret things like the rest of the drivers, then you tell by the look wrong. I'm not talking about being an off because we're always trying to work crazy that way yesterday. Just so anything. I mean, yeah,
You know, one good shot.
yes.
There was no law.
I didn't shake it. Nothing else good.
It's a great move. And I'm sure Brady and I was lectured the concept stuff. So you start to look at the way just that there. That's just that really very good. Did you do it today? For sure. We're getting to the legacy because even in the sense of how the outside practice is the
But wrong. I just did that.
What do you think I'm doing?
That was close. Don't reckon I'm kind of beat out of my wagon.
There's a reason why this is their best-selling thing. We've been doing business with them for 3 years. You know, the Tesla team is so like you said, it helps with the beetle. It helps with your energy levels.
We almost there, so let it go.
You
Does
know,
make any sense to you?
that's right.
It's a
Guys over
distraction.
40 years old,
So it ain't
just
meant
running
to
to
make
get the
sense.
TRT
Should
done.
to
You know what I'm
us.
saying? Cutthroat.
Dark
So
Lord.
we
You know,
use these
I've had
products
it with the
ourselves.
moment.
We can't go wrong with them. So
There's
stay
my
healthy,
cup.
stay healthy. The legacy stops. Ooh.
Whoa! So,
So, hey,
you got it?
I'm watching Sports Center,
We got
right?
Yes, we got it.
What's wrong,
All of
Arthur?
a sudden,
Nothing
I
at
see a
all,
graphic of
boss.
WWE. I thought
Chuck,
it was a
go
commercial.
drive this over
You
to
know, they
Bacchus
started to
Bridge.
show like a
Get a hit near there.
Really
where it
does think
shows
he's in
Bill,
charge.
go on ahead.
Lollapalooza or
I need to speak with
whatever,
Arthur.
right?
Good work,
And
son.
then they showed like all the stars. This was produced by WWE. It's
Listen,
fucking awesome.
I know we ain't always
And they show
seen
like
eye to
all the
eye,
stars that
and
have been
you
at
find me
WrestleMania.
irritating
Stephen A. Smith,
and a
Cardi
threat,
B,
and I like to
Django,
annoy
you know what I'm
you.
saying?
But right now, I
They
need
do
better
such a
from
great
you,
job
Arthur.
for
Okay,
doing
Micah,
holy
whatever you
shit.
say.
I
This is
ain't the
fucking
bad
awesome,
guy
you know what I'm
you
saying?
think I am,
And
Arthur.
they're doing a
But
great job.
I
now,
am a
you know,
survivor.
being on Sports
Stick
and
with
I would have
me and
never
you'll
thought
live.
that ever in
Oh,
my
the
life.
bridge is probably a two-man
Yeah,
job. You
it's
should probably go help
interesting how
Marston.
Why don't you?
Like I
point
said,
it out
Dutch and I
because
got
they do
plans
use their
for the
synergy and
train.
their
There's a
flywheel of
big
corporate
picture
structure
here, Arthur.
of media conglomeration
Trust
to
me.
take it back to where we started today, to pump all that message out and condition their audience. And when you put phony wrestling next to real sports, that's the whole illusion to give it credibility.
Yeah, but wait, I gotta stop you there. It's not phony wrestling. I'll tell you why. What's the last good movie you saw?
I mean, that's a tough one. Last thing I
Okay,
just watched was
I'll make it
Superman.
easier for you. What's the Superman?
Yeah, the new
Superman was the last good movie. Okay, I thought that sucked.
It did.
Alright,
I didn't
let me
say I
ask you
just
a
watched
question.
Let me go to
yesterday. I just
Sadie's
said what I just
ass.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Let's
Did you
see
see
Sadie's
Ant-Man?
pretty
Because
ass.
he was funny and all that. You know, did you like it or not?
Those kind of like movies aren't my bag, but yeah, I mean, it's eye candy.
Okay, did you like the Avengers when they were going up against the fucking Thanos and shit?
Sure, again, same type of thing. I'm
Okay.
a Sopranos guy. I like mob movies, whatever.
Okay, okay, you're a Sopranos guy. All right. So am I. I just binge watched The Sopranos last week. Okay, so it's fresh in my head. Bro, on the show, almost every show or every other show, they killed somebody, right? Or they beat up somebody for sure. Okay, that really didn't happen. Nobody's really getting shot. Nobody's really getting beat up. But if the acting is good, if the directing is good, if the cinematography is good, you will suspend your belief and live yourself and go, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with wrestling. When there's a real good wrestling match, a good feud, good promos, bro, you'll invest. Same thing with UFC. How many times you watch UFC or no?
Maybe.
Okay. How
He
many
just
times
left.
have you seen two guys that you didn't give a fuck about the fight, but when you saw the promo, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna order this to see it. And so it's the same. It's no different than back in the day when Dusty Rhodes, when we were growing up, and I grew up in Miami, I grew up in Buffalo.
We had a Celtic.
Right. Well, exactly. You know, so you can't call it phony wrestling because then you would have to say movies are phony. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
If
the
the
fact that we
acting
had
is
it
good,
against
if the directing is good,
you know, it's trying
it's a
to.
real for sport, yeah. But bro, every sport guy wants to be in WWE.
Yeah, because they were conditioned as good. Yeah, dude. I mean,
Right, because it looks cool, it looks fun.
yeah. Well, I'm not going to stooge it off that John Hartnett is a great friend of Hameen Media Group. He was the manager for American Top Team, and he came to Stevie and I for Colby Covington's creative that took him from an unknown to now he flies on Air Force One to Trump parties based off of a wrestling angle in UFC. So I agree with what you're saying of the pageantry of wrestling and what they want in sports, with guys in baseball having their own walkout songs now, right? Like that, all that goes on. So we do have influence. And I'm just saying, yeah, they use the flywheel of corporate culture. Even when I'm out in the delivery vehicle at Ravens joint, I heard Raw results on Cumulus 95X station, which is all on Ravens. You know what I mean? So they are using it for that. But then 5 minutes of highlights looks great. But then somebody tunes into the show and they got an hour and 50 minutes of kind of head scratching choices. Now you're showing the bad bill of goods. Let's go to these execs. Jacob Allman, who I talked to, along with Vince and Stevie on the call at Fox, said multiple times, we understand and we're looking for solutions. After Vince laid out the laundry list, the bad bill of goods that they just overpaid billions of dollars for. In that time, it went from a 3.4 to a 3.1. We had our meeting.
Okay, we'll bring up being robbed. Fine, I'll take what you get.
Shifted over to USA, whereas now down to a 1.1. USA Network president listened and tried to have some influence. Jacob Allman flat out said he was a fan and was taking pictures with Bray Wyatt in gimmick in the control room. How much do you really care about your product and salvaging it when you're more worried about the Instagram selfie than getting over the Friday the 13th character reality of what you're investing in? That speaks volumes. Then, this week, the ESPN guy who broke through the deal goes, I just had to tell him on the call I'm a huge fan right out of the gate. As soon as that happened, Bruce, Hayes, whoever else did this, and not a word needed to be said, right? These guys are pros at selling a bad bill of goods that will not deliver to ignorant fanboy executives who just want to go back to the boardroom and go, I got a deal done. I got a deal done. They fail upwards. They do not care about getting the ratings because they go, we've got live TV. It isn't that special. And then ratings go down. They already cashed their check, and they're already looking to the next sucker to build $1.5 million out of, to the fact that, you know what? Screw America and American fans in the history of WrestleMania. It's Riyadh season, Daddy. They got $1 trillion, and guess where we're going? Because it's good business to do a bought house show for a company that...
Right. But Vince, you're missing a huge point, though. They're still
executives are ignorant.
They're still drawing huge crowds at exorbitant prices. So there is, like, you know,
I could see the upper deck at Springfield, Massachusetts. I could just see it.
Here's a perfect way to look at it. Okay, the NFL did record numbers again this week for some inexplicable reason. It was 2 weeks ago. Did he grow? What do you mean inexplicable reason? Did you see that Eagles game? Okay. Baltimore game? No. But you can think of these games. However, some of the games were terrible. Okay, so, but if you watch the highlights and didn't watch all the games, you think like,
so strangers ran back. Be careful, it might be the control that's more coming after this. They still want a piece of our asses.
But watch the show, the show is not good. But then the people that watch the highlights is good time, they're being pretty good this week.
Let me tell you something, Jim.
Ben, I'm not trying to even explain it, but that's what's driving their tickets. That's what's driving their fan base.
Imagine if the show was good. Imagine if the show was
good. You could say that. How much
the show would be better. Yeah.
Okay, good, but now you're talking about a small percentage of the vast kind of people that view the content.
No, because then you will deliver on the numbers you did. They promised these numbers, but they never delivered a comparison. Let's do a comparison.
They got John Peters left on the deal.
Just go.
What do they care? That's the whole thing.
So I'm going to give you an example. AAA started about 35 years ago. Okay, I was there when it started. We educated our audience to stuff that's just in the AAA universe. We're bad. We have a siren that we've, cultivated over 30 years, right? Old people need to they follow the WWE is the same thing, just like the Buffalo Bills, right? Bills Mafia. Even when they're losing, they show up. They may not sell out, but they have a lot of fans that are gonna follow them no matter what. Like I'm an Oakland A's fan. They absolutely suck, right? I follow them. I'm a ride or die dude. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a New York
And the same
Giant.
thing with W.
I beg through the ringer myself.
Right. They actually, you know, the WWE is the same way, bro. They've cultivated a huge fan base around the world. You see these fanboys that you were telling me about that open up boxes and I don't know what the fuck they're in them. I was watching the other day this thing where they had like the Brady Bunch thing, like 6 guys in a fucking thing, and Brock Lesnar came out and F5 John Cena, they were fucking marking out like nuts, but they are. Like, I don't mark out like that, you know? But I used to mark out like that, like when the Celtics played the Lakers and we beat them, I'd go nuts. So I can't make fun of them. But they already have a huge, over 30 years, whether it's old people or new people, but they have a huge following, dude, and that cannot be denied.
But they're picking them out. We're not going to put that. Well, that's wrong. So let's get into what he does.
Let me just tell you something about Raw. The one good thing I liked is that going into the WrestlePalooza thing, you know, they had Cena out there, they had Punk and his wife, they had Rollins and his wife, you know, they had the stuff with the Usos. You know, I thought both promos were good, except the couple one was a little bit long. So, you know, I give this show a thumbs up.
I think you need some parents like Becky Lynch. I think
the only thing I like in the show is the storyline progression and last one.
You didn't like this stuff with the Usos?
I think it's supposed to do exactly what was going to happen. And they're writing the thing that happened at the end of the show. It's like I'm not
you know what kills me is the Usos should be our Sopranos angle. We have a Samoan.
What?
Why I did that?
Because barbarity is born, no?
It kept me amused some years.
You must go, my friend, before the gendarmerie arrive.
Hey, you gonna do right by this fella's wife?
You have done right by her. The little bird is free. I am an artist, cowboy. I must do what I feel. Look, we have an exhibit at the gallery. You come, see what I mean.
But I imagine John Thomas has told him, hey, dress up for work. Because he's one of the better, he's actually the best dressed guy on the show. He looks
He told we got her the fish.
He looks like a star.
What? Basically, he looks the part, right? Him and the Page have a contract signing. Basically, Fletcher lays out that, you know, with him, he's going to be the head of the face of the company. You're not going to be Omega anymore. You're not going to use Page anymore. All you need is me. And Page said he's been where Fletcher is. Said Fletcher would crush the day after all out. And Page said Fletcher goes with that feeling of the find him in the days and years to follow. Do not disappoint me, Page said before signing.
That pretty girl sitting right there.
Here I am. Come on, let's go. Let's go where?
Goodbye, Jim.
Today is a great day, Arthur. Today is the day they are going to hang Como Driscoll.
That's so.
Rather they hang a rush him.
All of that community that comes Fletcher wrestles for.
That boy's been on the gallows more than most. I wouldn't count anything till his neck's broke.
Well,
And
nor would
you know,
I.
if you do that,
Which is
you know,
why,
there's a lot of
despite us being
side
wanted
there's a lot
men,
of the Japanese
we're going to attend the
spot.
event
The
ourselves.
striking's
And follow him
terrible,
on
the
to the
spelling's
scaffold.
terrible. It's
Well,
like,
let's hope
I
not.
wasn't gonna
But
get
if
the
I could see
Fletcher
that
said,
son of a bitch breathe his last, I
your
think I'd
details
die
are
a
like,
happy
you know,
man.
in NXT.
We
You know, like
are
you
gonna
get
disguise
That's
ourselves.
exactly like what Stevie said to him. And Stevie put him over.
I'm just saying, it's like
Meltzer gets a clip from some goof and fucking it's out of context, and then Dave goes off because he needs clicks because his credibility's gone to
But she thinks
shit.
Fletcher's unbelievable and the best wrestlers ever. I'm like, yeah, but we're trained eyes and we watch this guy work. You know, we do a lot of stuff that the bad indie habits have. You know, but the kid is good. And I mean, I like it.
Yeah, he's super athletic, and I thought his response was humble too. Like, yeah, I'm trying to get better, and I'll take any veteran's criticism. You know what I mean?
Right. But Page in this segment, Page cuts a good scathing promo when he wants to. We didn't get it here. He kind of just said it with Tom Fletcher doing the talking. I thought that's where this kind of fell flat a little.
But here's what I will put Tony Khan over for this, and what just simple writing structure. They opened the show with this, right? And the face off at the table, and told him what he was going to do. And then at the end, I was like, why is this the main event? And then they go into the melee, and then he puts him through the table. So he said what he was going to do, and he got his goddamn heat at the end of the show. So at least that's a complete thought.
You know what, though? I only watch Dynamite. Okay, and I watch it on Max like a few days later. The show cut off at the 2-hour mark because Dynamite ended and Collision started. I started watching Collision. Because I was thinking the same thing. Bro, I thought the main event was Tony Storm versus Queen Eminata. I didn't realize this was
I'm looking at some shit right now. Folks, so be patient with me. I'll be back with you.
Even the go home on the road, it was weird. And then let me bury that same go home because they're teasing it that he's going to put him through the table. Fucking Adam Page hulks up, puts Fletcher back in the ring, hits the buckshot lariat, or goes to, and then eats shit with the gimmick, the shot. I don't know, he hit him with the belt or something. And so Hangman's down and out. They're like, oh my God, he's dead, he's down, he's out. Then he picks him up. Hangman comes right up to his feet to walk him out, but then put him through the table. That's where these guys are still Indian green. If you just knock the guy out, he's knocked out. You don't pick him up and bring him to his feet because now it's phony what you just did. You kick him, roll him out on the table, and then go up to the top and drop something through him. Because as soon as you've done a knockout shot, you put the guy down. You don't pick him back up. But people go, well, you're not on TV. What do you know? This is the 20 years of watching wrestling, 40 years of watching with a critical eye and being trained to go, okay, the psychology's wrong right there.
That's a lazy argument. I can't believe you even listen to it, bro. It doesn't matter if you're happy with the ring or not.
It's K100 goofball fucking mailbag guys that have been trolling, which pops me, but...
Come on, damn it.
What are you supposed to not have mental midgets in the wrestling community? Of course, that's what the foundation's built on.
So next is John Moxley.
I just want to only say one thing. I thought this was a little too long. Fletcher is the future. I don't see him winning here. And they have the added stipulation that if Fletcher loses, he loses the TNT title. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. All right, so next is
what's the heat?
Next is your Moxley's out there, Marina Shafir.
Let's get on back.
This breaks down this interference. Wheeler Yuta came out to trip Roderick, who was late. So Roderick very cleverly fell falling down enough to I have no idea about this. Roderick Strong is married to Marina Shafir. Did they ever bring that up on the show?
Mrs. Adler.
I think back in
But I say, being a fancy woman of San
She stood in front of Garcia or something. During the match. I don't know why they keep going in front of Garcia.
Don't mean I'm comfortable in this woolen coat.
I like that Roddy Strong is finally built for how he kind of should be, though, to some degree, as a badass technician for a car style kind of worker, as opposed to trying to be a cool guy doing yuck comedy bits. Like, there's more value in it the other way. He's just such a great chain wrestling worker, as long as you can keep him from overdoing it for himself. And Marina Shafir, too, has money right now, so I don't know why they haven't paired them together as a power couple of real shooters, you know.
I don't like the Death Riders. You sound like I hate them. Yeah, I don't like the Death Riders. I don't like both fans of version of Jason Statham and John Moxley. I think Marina Shafir is not money. She has
Y'all got a job to do. We're all in rough agreement about how we're doing it.
She had that terrible promo, you don't know me. That's like 4 years ago, yeah. She had spoken since then. But now she's been getting jacked and looking like, and she's a shooter, so why not make them stretch some people for their own?
Well, then do something and then show that she's a shooter.
An execution.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is malpractice because again, MJF is wrestling Mark Briscoe in a tables and tax match.
Big deal.
I don't know why MJF has to make a complete action.
Alright.
We honestly thought that for him to do this match is ridiculous. So he shows up and goes into Tony Khan's office and the camera on the outside of the office and is screaming at him. And Khan raises his voice up so MJF yells at nothing and MJF is gradually put his big boy pants off the cage and then he wrestles on Khan and Briscoe ends up in the dirt. For this line, just killing each other like literally. To me, this is lazy. What you need is second MJF yelling at Tony Khan.
Are you getting booked in tax matches because you're over and you think that you're above wrestling now, or It's just something you're willing to do. I know how hard is the Hollywood crossover. MJF's had quite a goddamn year, you know, whether with the movie drops from Happy Gilmore and always
We don't want to disappoint.
but you know, is there truth to comedy here? Is this how the relationship really is? And we're just putting it on camera to some degree. So next, there's been a lot of haters, ladies sitting on Khan, right? Like Jake Hager going in and other people. So
Yeah, the guy said that boxing actor just ripped them apart.
All he did, so here's my favorite part of the show. They're building up to the three-man match at the pay-per-view between Ricochet's crew and the Hurt Business. So Lashley's wrestling Eva Leona, who good in spots but looks green and out.
Did they already do the thing where Danielson interviewed Darby Allin?
That was not how'd you like to whisper in his ear at the end?
But I want to make a point. I want to make a point once Disco gets this. Go ahead, Disco.
Okay, well, actually, did the Darby Allin stuff? Okay, so next week, maybe they did have the Darby Allin. Video of Darby Allin. The video package. Was that what you're talking about?
Danielson interviewed him.
They got a guy up
Danielson? Oh, no.
overlooking the gallows.
This
Find a way up there.
it was just
On one of these
Danielson.
verandas.
It was?
Through a building, maybe.
Well, hang on, where am I missing this? Video package for Darby Allin versus John Miles.
Obviously, I'm gonna do it silent.
Then they
I
took
don't want to
Moxley
see
came
this
up with a
bastard
match,
swing.
and they had the match. Then they had the spot with MJF, and then they had the Bobby match.
I thought it was before. Okay, go ahead.
No, okay, so then it's my favorite spot of the show. So the Opens is out there and throwing the Opens out there. For the best spot, MVP hits Ricochet with a big right hand, punched him in the face. Ricochet sold it great. MVP picked it up and chucked him into the barricade, and Ricochet sold it. That was the highlight of the show. It was just like, because he tossed it around like he was a little kid, and the people thought they was really good. But you know what happened here. They went over it. They got a fight.
I will give Lashley credit because I heard they didn't like doing jobs. I don't know if it's true, but I heard enough that I think might have been true. And why would they do jobs for like Big Bill and Little Bill or whatever the fucking bounty hunter's name is? And they had fucking the Action Andretti and fucking what's the other guy that he's really good? Leo Rush. You know, why would they lose to them? But these guys are big, you know. And Lashley bumped a lot for him. We made him look good before he beat him. But they're super over. We heard people was chanted throughout the show.
Are you ready to take your sports fandom to the next level? With the FanDuel Sportsbook app, you're always in the game. Bet on all your favorite games. NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, college football, basketball, soccer, golf, MMA, UFC, boxing, tennis, and even niche markets like Aussie rules and lacrosse. If it's sports, FanDuel's got it covered with endless betting options. From money lines to same-game parlays, those are my favorite. What are your account of the breeze? Deposit instantly with over 10 feature methods like PayPal, Venmo, Apple Pay, Visa, MasterCard, or even cash at retail locations. No matter where you are, you can have something second with a very $10 minimum. And when you win big, cash out front. Get your winnings via PayPal or Venmo in as little as 24 hours. Instantly in a FanDuel retail sportsbook. No feature FanDuel, just pure convenience. It's available in over 20 states and Arizona.
Damn! I should have touched him.
FanDuel app in your pocket. Download now. FanDuel Sportsbook, where winners play.
Don't use no guns, remember. Silently. No gun.
You can find $100,000. They tax you $500,000 to touch a athlete. So there's really no physicality from the face out. Dax and cash, that kind of a generic thing. We're talking about how great they are. They have those products discovered in the company. Keep it really family here. And I'm just taking it. Hope you see the reason that Joe was in Spain was the Open said, he goes, what have been the greatest conversation, one of the greatest tag teams of all time? We've been here for 25 years, so there's really a big fan of these guys. And he and Christian made tag team wrestling quote again, creating matches with them. He said that's why FTR would understand when there's only one open cage. Christian Cage was just standing the whole time and grabbed the mic and took Cage and Code for the end of the fight back here, which I thought was I was laughing at that. That was a good spot. If Christian got the mic, he needed $100 and a lot of money. Hathaway might actually be able to get himself supposed to get $500. He said that money doesn't mean a damn thing to him because he's rich. So they just started fighting and everything. I thought I thought this was a good segment because Cage and Copa kind of treated them kind of like they were big manning them.
Will you
And
make?
they want to fire them and
Silently,
they're
this is not a court where you should be tried. This is a place where your sentence
pretty good too.
Yeah, I agree. They definitely big leagues are made with acting defense. And Christian was the shake gunshot stuff on it. And this is what a real comedy duo who understands timing. Think about it all the way back to the 5-second pauses in the photo. Like, these guys know like how to hit punchlines. And the other dudes had to look like show us, and they did. So I thought this was a good segment too.
Yeah, the best part is when you should have said, "I'm rich, bitch."
Have mercy upon your
soul. But they didn't have to speak the occasion.
Whenever
you
are
ready. This is very good.
Gordon Sweden and Christian.
In scene work breakdown, there's a three-person scene, which this really is A, B, and C. Whether in Christian's the C man, the C person, the C stays small. They usually get to go ahead.
Lady, you well.
This is the one match I'm interested in. The only match I'm interested in. Not that show because he's so good with the style that I like this match. I like this match. You can see with the fans because that's the piece of this match. Because they're not going to do it at stupid shit. It goes out. Yeah, I see, look at this bad boy down here. Oh, others, and this is a great comedy. So the other thing, so they don't stop in the guys playing their fighting, but these that are like, the rich guys. If you see the chance, doesn't matter. So, if you're so rich. They couldn't get a man who was in the slot machine, and then they couldn't really look at the fight when he got in the corner. They beat Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson in the second. It's fully qualifiers in the three-way battle match, and then they get to have the all time. They will be pretty open.
I thought this was a good match. See, all down. So that means really, that sounds like, I guess this is just an entertaining match going back and
I think Juice Robinson is very underrated in the way he sounds and like the other guy. And I've worked a lot with the Bucks and GCW, and I think this is the Bucks that we should have gotten out of the gate instead of the EVP version and all that. That was bullshit. The rockers that are a rib on the business and a rib on themselves is what they should have been. And now I like to see what they're doing.
So the match we all been waiting for tonight, there was
this is the main event.
A spot from the main event. The Beast Mortis versus Mascara Dorada for a spot in the three-way for the AW Unified Championship match.
Big Key Blunt is still around.
Mascara Dorada got the win, but after the match, AEW Unified Champion O'Connor walked out with Don Callis because they up in the face-off because Dorada's in the match. But Takeshita is in the match also. He came out, and he got face-to-face with Okada.
Guess that's one
And
less
then
thing to
Don
worry
Callis
about.
trying to be a peacemaker. And what did Dorado do? He took his opportunity to do a springboard dive onto Okada and Takeshita moved out of the way, and Okada took the dive. Does this make you guys excited for the match coming up at all? Or at least it seems like Takeshita Okada and like you literally look at each other. The guy that's going to lose the match. You know what I'm saying? Like, who thinks the match with Mascara Dorada is not going to win that? Is going to take
You
the fall?
never showed up.
Yeah, always just face
And
me.
now, after looking at the newspapers, I understand why.
Once they
I
start
don't
saying
imagine
Japanese
you'll
guys' names,
receive
I'm
this
like, I
letter,
just
but
feel
I
like
nonetheless must send it. Arthur.
Bro, there's so much
Oh,
spam on this freaking
Arthur.
Pro Wrestling.net
I was just
page.
starting to dream the silliest and
So
softest
next
of dreams.
is, well, the main event
miss you.
that I thought,
And I
because
will
I only
always
watched Dynamite
miss you.
on Max this
But I
show
cannot
cut off.
live like
But
that.
Tony Storm came out for
And
a
it
promo.
seems you cannot live any other way.
Heck, look, this is
When I'm
unbelievable.
with you,
Just hang on, guys.
the world makes sense.
The
but
cooking in your
when we
underwear
are
segment
apart,
from
man.
I see clearly
You
that your
think that they
world is
should
not
incorporate
a
every week
world
of
from
Thunder
which
Rosa
one
cooking
can
in your underwear
escape.
segment into the show?
I'm
Is
so
that the
sorry
on the internet now,
for
doesn't he?
everything.
He does?
For
He
everything
does.
long
You
ago,
know how to make
and for
some
starting up that business
empanadas
again.
with some hot grease on your crotch
There's
at
a
the
good
same time?
man within you,
Subscribe, like it.
Arthur, but he's wrestling with a
That was your
giant,
idea originally, wasn't it? You were going to do
and the
that?
giant
Dude, this is
wins
Jason,
time
how
and
you're gonna clean
again.
this freaking
You've
page up.
broken my
Alright, here we
heart
go.
again,
Okay,
and I fear I have
Stephanie
broken
McMahon's
yours.
VPN, you guys.
And for that,
So
I
next
will
is
never forgive myself, but you
promo.
must let me go now.
She's looking shades
I
and
enclose a
it's her last
ring
ever
you gave me
Gator
many
title.
years ago,
Storm played the possibility
when we
before
were
we
both
all out
young.
would be the end of the reign that
Not
Jimmy
because I
Hayter
don't
showed
like
up.
it, but
Pulled the mic towards him, said
because
he's
I
gonna
care
watch
for it
just two of them
far
single
too
Storm
much, and it
forgot.
reminds me too
Hayter
much
said she
of
hadn't
you.
forgotten. She said Storm invited
I
her to do
hope
the match.
one
And Hayter
day
said she hits hard.
you will
Her
find
staff
some
had her
people in
shot,
love who can
Michael
use
Henderson,
this,
Michael said,
for it
"You
kept
can't
me
stop
thinking of
that."
you all
So
these
then
years,
Tekla
and I
Rita
hope
Hana came
by
out.
returning
They had a
to
no-holds
you,
barred match.
I can finally be free.
I don't know why they.
Goodbye,
Look, they have all these dudes.
Mary.
You know the funny thing about this is this is the shit that like Russo would put on shows of WCW because he was trying to like get them, and they would call it Crash TV. Have you ever heard the Tony Khan cookie described as Crash TV? It's literally the same thing. They put look at all these violent matches they put on regular television each week, and like they're no. So
I just think that the girls want to show they can hang with the guys, and I think they want to show, hey, look, girls are doing hardcore matches. This is good.
Right. So after the match,
Yeah,
Tekla
it worked out really well for Dr. Britt. It worked out well for Dr. Britt.
Right. Tony Storm
Not
said,
exactly a
"Stop
welcome
looking because your
home
end is right here." And the Storm right now attack with Tekla and work her over. Julia Hart and Sky Blue right now attack Storm. Little Yuta showed up, trying to talk to Statlander, but leadership cut him off. I didn't see this because this was on the override. Storm fought back and cleared Hart Blue from the ring. Storm grabbed a chair and wound up, and Hart Blue pulled Tekla to the floor. Hayter entered the ring behind Storm, and Hayter wound up, but Storm turned around. And Hayter didn't follow through with her cheap shot, and Storm got in Hayter's face. And then, out of all this action, they had to be pulled apart by the ref. Did you watch the rest of the show, Zed? The finish part? You did. Did you watch the rest of it?
Yeah, I watch it.
So what did you think of this match?
They're trying to show that these girls have a chance to beat her. They, like Hayter, Statlander, I mean, they actually do have a shot. But I'm not really that interested. I think, to me, the most compelling characters on the show weekly are MJF, Darby Allin, what's his girl's name, Tony Storm, and Cowboy Shit. I don't know what happened to Storm Strickland because I haven't seen him in a while. I think my oh, does he? Okay. And I just think that when Brian Danielson interviewed Darby Allin, and he talked
This was later in the show, but that was on the first.
Okay. And he was talking about.
Hey, guys, you guys can finish this up. I gotta work because I get the open. Thank you for coming on. Always appreciate it.
Yeah, and they were talking about.
And tell Vince that you came on the show and had me talk over everybody. Thank you. See you later, man.
Yeah, Vince. So what was weird to me is he was talking about climbing Mount Everest. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't believe that this guy took off for so many months to train and prepare for Mount Everest, where people have died and been left on the side of the mountain. And they've never shown him climbing. They've never shown him at the summit. They've never shown any of that.
That's insane.
That's a humongous accomplishment.
Yeah. Or it did not happen.
Yeah. I think it did, but
I think it did too, man. And I remember he was at Base Camp 1 doing big flips there, and even to make it that far is no fucking joke. But that is unbelievable that you would not highlight that and have that become his thing for the next year or two.
The first week he came back.
Yeah. Like, he took the AEW flag up there to get a picture with it, bro. Like, nobody in WWE's done anything like that for that dedication to the company. He should be immortal.
If they would have done that with WWE, they would have had
You all right
10 minutes later would have been all over social
Who are
media.
you?
Yeah, and everybody's
it's
gonna
okay,
have
ma'am. I don't mean you no
flags like Darby had, so they can hold them up in the
Well,
crowd.
it makes no difference now.
Show that we're climbing
An
on the
outlaw
top
or
of the.
a wild animal doesn't get me
We're climbing on the
starfish.
top of the mountain as a company, and this guy's doing it for us, and you're not cashing
Right,
in.
literally.
It's
Literally.
crazy. It's crazy, bro.
I can't believe it.
We came out here
No
from the
film
city
of
in
that.
search of a
That's a
different
huge
life.
accomplishment, you know?
Something
But that's why they are
true,
why
something
they are we're there at. I always say, Ben, if WWE
all this
wasn't around,
squandering in
they'd be number
indulgence,
two.
we wanted to strip it away to find something
Did you see
authentic.
the rest of the show, The Collision?
I just feel like it's not
What a
much serious
pair
match
of
clip-wise,
fools.
and I haven't watched Dynamite or anything in a long time, and I didn't want to come in unprepared
Train
with
station
a
or
few
town I can take
clips
to.
on things.
No, I can't give
So
up
did
now.
you, so you did watch
Yeah,
it?
the September
You
Remembered
wouldn't want
card,
that.
that, you know, the ends
I
with the
can't
big
have it.
smiles with a lot of guys.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
the
do
next
this
match,
for you.
the next match in this was a tag title qualifier, Jet Speed versus Kip Sabian and Kill Switch, which I don't really give a fuck
leave you
about
to
any
it.
of these guys, but go ahead.
I think there's way more money on Luchasaurus. Like, why would you stick with Kill Switch after the stuff with Jungle Boy and Christian
anything left for you
website?
to
I'm
eat?
renaming him Kill Switch. Like, stupid.
Nothing.
Little kids love dinosaurs. You are a big
No, we didn't know
badass
the
dude
first thing
from
about hunting.
Luchasaurus. You have Lucha and
Couldn't even
dinosaurs,
get your
mask
darn mouth.
sales and gimmick dinosaur sales, much
You
like
need any
you have right
poisonous
now,
berries,
Conan
though?
with
I'm
Mr.
a natural
Guano
at finding
catching
those.
hot fire across and over. There's plenty of opportunity, and even they do enough
You
to
ain't gonna
make
last much
styles
longer
for
out here
Irish
if you don't know
McGill.
how to
Johnny, what's his
hunt.
name is fighting Mr. Guano? Finn Balor. You
Come
know,
on.
so even he's
I'll show
cashing
you.
in off of somebody else's gimmick, bro. So to do Kill Switch, no
Alright.
parent wants their kid playing with Kill Switch.
But you better
Like,
not try any funny business.
Luchasaurus, absolutely. That's
I
my
may be
imaginary
weak, but I
buddy
still
who,
know how to stand up
you
for
know,
myself.
protects me
Oh, I
like
don't
that.
doubt it.
There's money there left on the
Come on.
table to put him in another tag team with big guy, little guy. Isn't getting max value out of that dude.
Tell
They
me,
fuck
you
up
ever
more
skin an
things
animal
when they
before?
do things right. I will say Mike
No,
Bailey's really
but
good,
then
but
again, I
he's
haven't
too
caught much of
vanilla.
anything either.
Yeah, I thought there was
Well,
money there with
you
the
need to
Hurt
know how to
Business
do
stuff,
both
with the
if you're
word
gonna
shoot,
survive
fuck
out
you,
here.
and all that,
I am
right?
all
Like,
too aware.
Right.
well,
So where should we
one
head
kid
for?
who's got martial arts
Let's
skills
try
and
the trees down there.
carries a
The river.
different line than
What
the
happened to
super
your
jacked,
husband, if you don't mind me asking?
empowered black guy BLM undertones, right? There's a lot there to play with in subtext.
He survived,
But the
only for
woke
a couple
culture
days.
of AEW, I
I
don't
buried
think
him a week ago.
Tony wants to greenlight that. I think MVP
This
could
is
play
really
that
history
to the
more
hilt,
than
bro.
mine.
Like,
I
he
had
can make
probably
They
been
love him,
extremely
they
in
believe it.
Chicago if he'd said
Yeah,
the
they
word.
love him, they believe in his
Now,
character, and
I
they know
don't
he's a
know, it's hard
legit
to
tough guy,
explain.
and the other two are too, and
I have to do
and they
this.
stand out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that match with all those guys, like you said, the Ricochet part was great, and that's your main event. When you see the one of the guy that they had facing Fagalolo, whatever his name was, that guy's got money written on him too. Who was facing Lashley? That's impressive human beings, larger than life figures.
So backstage they had Bill,
I don't see
Big Bill
anything.
questioning if Eddie Kingston would actually clear it all out. This has happened a couple of times now. So obviously Eddie Kingston will appear it all out. The humongous pop.
That's great, and I know Eddie's been working with Caesar Bonini, who's been helping so many guys. He was in AEW for a while. He's
Caesar Bonini.
He's helped Rusev get in
Sounds like he
shape.
makes pizzas.
He's helping. He won't. No, you'll be eating alternative if you work with him. But Rusev get in shape. Ethan Page get in shape, and Eddie Kingston too. So
He's like a trainer.
yeah, and he's a worker. He works with the Outrunners. So a lot of guys that working with him right now, myself included, trying to not be a fat ass 48-year-old and get my health in order. So pretty cool app and diet program, and you know I know that Eddie's been working his ass off with him to make his comeback. So yeah, well one more ride for the old guys. Go get him, Eddie, because I'm sure shit.
Good. I'm rooting for all you guys. Riho got I don't know. I think he was the one that got a trophy for having a 50th match in AEW, and it looks like she's 12 years old. Robin Renegade. Ooh, and you know, what do you think of this?
I don't think of it.
Right. They don't do anything. They don't do videos on them. They don't do progression. They don't have any heat. So why would anybody care?
Okay, you gotta frame it up a certain way. If you're gonna have a little girl that's supposed to be
I thought you said that was a good
Chun-Li
spot.
from Street Fighter, and you're doing wrestling noir genre of anime, right? You have to set it up and make it look like anime. You have to have all of the trimmings in order to get that over. It's the same with Tony Storm. They launch these characters thinking they're just going to get over without it all. I cut that promo in October. By February, they finally implemented the black and white silver screen, split screen, Wizard of Oz style. It should have been
Find what I'm looking for.
So if
What
you're
happened this woman looking for?
that we have these characters returning, we have to present them a certain way out of the gate to establish them. Again, we're just looking on the fly on a little corner sheet of paper. We don't have the right consiglieres around us to craft the show and make sure everybody's getting over, and then every segment is taken care of properly. But they get a pass on it. WWE should not.
Tag title ladder qualifier match, Don Callis versus Top Flight. There's too many people in the Don Callis family. I don't know why the fuck they're there. You know, Rocky Romero, Lance Archer, Josh Alexander. Like, they don't fit. You know what I'm saying? It feels like the NWO when they had 80 people.
Yeah, it's not the heated family and shit feel like that.
That's sure. Yeah. You know, Hechicero, that guy with the mask from Mexico, he just lived there. It's almost like Tony said, I don't have anything for them. I put him in the Don Callis family.
Hechicero is one of my favorites.
Yeah. But he looks out of place there. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know who he is.
He's a good chain wrestler. He's a good submission chain wrestler.
Is he good at protecting himself from high pokes? Because that's one of my top offensive maneuvers.
I'm not.
Don't be scared.
You know, I don't know if he can protect himself from the. And I do think that this should be banned from wrestling. The Roddy Piper back rating.
I think I've seen enough blood for one day. Do you mind if
That's
we
very
head back out?
dangerous. Well, you're a mean man. You know
This bastard. I'll backside this. I mean, you fly. My finisher's Campbell Clark. Why would I not win today? 30 heat on your back. I absolutely got to.
Right, that's great. That's great.
I thought Eric Holmes warm up then.
It's a big side gets heat from the boys and do it to it. You know how you get to the back. You motherfucker with the back chop.
Did you see anything of this match?
Just the quick highlight.
Yeah, I didn't care about this. There's too many people in here I don't care about, including every member of the Don Callis family. That's nothing against you, Don, because you do your job. You gave too many people.
Yeah, how do you as a booker do that? You just make cuts, but if you were to have to make it work, like what's the more positive solution?
I want to offer a ride. It'd have been better.
Those guys in it, you know. They just have too many guys in there. No problem with it. Yeah. So they need like they hang out.
Yeah, can he now get anything like split inside his own side against each other to make crazy dogs of war, you know what I mean?
So the show ends with Fletcher. The show ends with Fletcher starting over. It's like a world TNT championship, which means he's probably going to lose this. But we're going to have
I just always want to do controversial shit. You got Big Brody King in there, who's no longer in a goth group, right? Because all his guys left.
Right.
And he's doing the woke shit online of anti-ice. And then you got all these luchadors in there. Well, H.M., the woke, great white protector, who's the base man, let these luchas get their shit in. But we need some MAGA Trumper characters. We need somebody with heat for these guys to fight. Otherwise, they're just doing close and shit. So people go, you see the 720 or the whatever. Like, there's no emotion, there's no story tied to it. But at least Kyle Fletcher did at the end what he set up in the beginning, so he didn't look like a heel who was a fool. So I will give him tip my hat to him on that they buttoned the show.
So would I.
But that's a long way to get to that.
So what do you think of the show as a whole?
Way too long. I'm a Wu-Tang guy. And Jizzle would say, make it half short and twice strong. We gotta edit. We gotta cut. 3 hour. There are no 3-hour movies for a reason.
What can you say when the guy does, and you've seen him, 5-hour pay-per-views?
That what I say is that he has the wrong team around him. He's had top guys like from Jericho to Big Show to Jake Roberts, whoever, and obviously that education did not seep through if you're doing 5-hour pay-per-view.
But there's nothing simple
And
about
I had this conversation when I was in MLW.
I guess we only know
There's
what we know.
there's such a thing as audience fatigue. The longer is not better, you know. But these guys just don't know.
Yeah, and you have all these guys on your roster. You feel like you got to use them, and you're going to be looked at as a money mark that you are. Then now you like guys can't get on the show, and you don't have a plan to get anybody over to raise them up. No, how could he? He's never been trained to do that. He's never gone and sought out a master to learn from and do it. So in another 3 years, when he's got his 8-year chip of being in this business, he'll finally start to get it by learning the lessons the hard way. Which is not a fun way to especially, but you know, especially when it's your own money.
The honeymoon period is over with
Nature
me.
provides,
5 years
but
is
she
enough
sure
for
don't always
him to
make it
learn, and he
easy.
hasn't.
That
And he
she
still wants to
doesn't.
do everything and get the credit for
I'd
everything.
invite
At this
you
point,
in, but I'm
he's
dead on my
in
feet.
wartime
If you'll
thoughts
forgive
and
the
areas, and he
pun.
needs to step back because he's got
Please
an
do call again
opportunity
sometime, though.
to do
A
wrestle
good rest,
con
and
and
hopefully I'll be a new woman.
use his own last
Take
name,
care,
get
man.
himself over. And during WrestleMania week, put together the biggest indie wrestling con on the East Coast. So the older boys can make their money, the veterans and legends, and the indies can make their money, and it can all be under the umbrella of AEW saying we're not going to let Riyadh season take away from what WrestleMania spirit's all about.
Let's
You
walk
don't do
this.
that, and you still worry
This
about
dinner.
the Death Riders. Well, your scope and vision of what you should be doing.
Here's the problem to me. Ben, tell me if you disagree. I feel they have no buzz right now. AEW, they're cold as ice.
Yes,
like under the North Pole, inside of an ice chest. And WWE has all the buzz right now. They're everywhere. You know, the NFL draft, you know, they're just at Sports Center. They're just everywhere. And they seem like the hotter product with a buzz.
Well, that's because of the marketing of the product through the synergy of TKO and being a property with ESPN and whatever.
Well, he's got synergy with HBO Max and whatever the fuck is going on with him, and he doesn't do it.
Well, who's on his? What does his team look like that handles that? Because he has hiring guys' wives to do merch. He was, you know, like you have a real team, and I don't think that they do.
You're probably 100% on the head right now.
And I've said this because the Bucks came up through 2CW. There's guys here who are ready to help them, even asking for no money just for consigliere fees, really, because they want to see.
Yeah, but he doesn't want it, bro.
Then you're going to keep touching the bruise and going, why does this hurt? Why does this hurt? Why does this hurt? We've got the elite.
You're absolutely right.
You know?
You're absolutely right.
And it's unfortunate because in the end, it's going to end people's jobs earlier than it could have had for longevity. Or it will go on forever because they have enough money in the bank that compounding interest doesn't mean shit and they can pay for it until he's bored with it, you know? So.
Yeah.
But right now, his biggest
like to
thing is to be family friendly. No more mocks cutting guys' ears off like it's Reservoir Dogs and shit, and get those families in there. You know, like that. That's what
not necessary. Yeah.
He's got a lot of guys who
I just like to say it was a pleasure to have you back on the show, friend of the show. We will have you on soon again to talk some conspiracy theories. There's a couple of things I want to talk to you about, and Joe will get a hold of you. And I just want to tell the people where they can find you, what your show is about, and anything else you want to plug.
Yeah, well, I'm allegedly retired from the ring, but you never get out, right? But you can follow me at @bin_Hameen, even if you're a hardcore J100 fan who wants to try and fuel the flames and you got to get your daily hate out. I can take it. It doesn't bother me.
What is the problem? What are our listeners
There's some group who was just trolling and all that, and multiple accounts and answers his own questions. So you're dealing with something like they're not dealing with it. You know, I just get stooged off by my staff. So follow Hameen Media Group on YouTube and my YouTube channel, Ben Hameen. Plenty of great content on there every week. And the Facebook group. If you're into cannabis, come check out my store. I have the 81st Legal Dispensary in New York State, recreational, ravensjoint.com. You want to make a stop through, or you're renting Russo's Airbnb, or whatever you got going on, man. I would love to show any great wrestling fans my shop, and always great to take a picture. And you never know what former WWE or AEW superstar might be there checking things out at the same time. So always a pleasure to be on with the legend of wrestling, man. The K100 to be invited back. I know there's no reason to end friendships over phony ass wrestling. Those are arguments, man. So hopefully we can all rise above it a little bit and not get caught up in, you know, our entertainment and our passion for it. That's what we're really arguing about. Is we're passionate about our art form, man. I'm not sure when we jump off. I just want to say before we do, thank you again, Petey and VI, and obviously you, Conan. Congratulations. I know we've been talking for years, and I know this last year for you has been with health as well as your incredible success with AAA, dude. I just want to tip my hat to you and say congratulations on all that success.
Well, thank you very much. I just want to say, Finn's a good guy, good friend. We love having him on. I love opposing viewpoints. I don't like everybody that thinks the same way as me or agree with everything I say. So it's a pleasure having you on. We'll have you on again, Finn. I want to thank you once again for being on and keeping it 100. Ooh.
Alright, next from okay. Ads from Chelsea. Greetings from the front pond, chaps. What do you find most overrated movies you've seen? I'm in the top 5. Mine are number 5. Top Gun, Gay. Avatar, what do you think of Wood's invasion of Iraq? 3. Fast and Furious franchise. Ooh, Fast Cars, wow.
Okay.
Number 2, The Goonies. Annoying kids who wish SWAT would compete. Number 1, Stand By Me. Just don't get it. And then one guy should have had him hit by the train. What really Stand By Me?
It's where the kids look for the dead body that's traveling between tracks. They're trying to get by a train and their bodies are Stephen King story.
Yeah. If you first one, get a yellow from the
You get it.
That was great. I think that was great. I didn't read a movie, Wolverine. You know, they're all Marvel and DC movies. And you just pick like any, you know, there's really underrated of those movies.
It's going, Joe.
Again, it's outside of the field. It's only 9.
Even if there's never
I can only think about 3 right now. One of them you're going to disagree with.
They say Lord of the Rings are movies.
Not Lord of the Rings, 100%. And I didn't even bother to see the other thing. That's like a reality film. Not sex. What else? The other one, Avatar. Really? Now, come on. Did you ever hear of being overrated? Super overrated. The Blair Witch Project. You didn't hear we call it security officers. And Jesus. You're okay, baby. And that's the reality. But I was never getting through.
Think we lost it.
That's coming here with the thing. Giant overrated the highlights of play with the plays and features and players having that's how it works, right, man? I think it's 3, 2, 1, go. He's trying to this idiot, okay, is trying to that the reason WWE is doing so well is because their social media is actually showing it. I think this is so cute. Anyways, I've done good money.
It's time to eat, motherfuckers.
Matter of fact, Natch, if you want to really any of your future emails, you have to put in your bio the thing, Atch the Goof. comic television.
You know what a lot of people think is overrated? It gets buried on all these lists. Remember Crash?
I never saw it.
Won Best Picture, but for like years later, everybody turned against it. Yeah, I guess because it deals with racial themes and stuff.
No, you could. The funny thing about it is, you could make. The funny thing is, what was a Spike Lee movie where they were in Brooklyn?
The Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing. Okay. Dude, okay, Spike Lee was like a very, activist, member of the black community and stuff, right? That movie, like when you're watching, like he made that thing out. He made the black kid out to just be like terrible against the Italian people.
Everybody was terrible to everybody.
I mean, it's just like that movie. There's no way that movie today would be made like that. You know, we just got everybody like pissed off at the kid for turning on the pizza place. You know. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Glad to
The
get
best I can.
show production the other night. A different. Who is that? A different type of question. Who is this? By the way?
My dad.
Oh, your dad. Different type of questions. Is there anybody not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that you'd like to see inducted? For me, it's the 60th group, the Turtles. Especially after the recent death of Mark Volney. They had many top 10 hits that even got high in the White House. Thanks. That's so wonderful.
Yeah,
So let's suspend you. Okay, this is a colossal waste of time. This email. He knows we're not going to know who the Turtles are.
You don't know.
Okay.
I figured Conan would. Conan knows all that stuff.
Do you know the Turtles?
I think I've heard of them. I would have to be
Happy together.
The Turtles.
They deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They got a lot of hits.
Well, we can't even get in the Wrestling Reserve Hall of Fame. Like,
Conan's in the Observer Hall of Fame.
Are you? Are you in the Observer Hall of Fame?
Maybe
Shut up, Joe.
I thought he got voted in years ago.
Next is Adrian from the
Yeah,
Heat.
who you put in the 2009 you were inducted as a.
I don't even know who's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, dude, they got everybody. Anybody name's probably in. I can't think of anybody.
I would say the group Slaughter should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Are they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Probably not.
But they should be. There we go. That's
Yeah, everybody's in. There's only these really weird outliers. Like, did Rush finally go in?
By the way, Madden came in town. Here in Vegas to see Motley Crue a couple shows. He said they were great, Joe.
Yeah, I think Vince like lost weight and stuff.
Interesting.
Super Trump in there?
Boy Adrian from the Heat nightclub in Melbourne. Hi guys, hope all is well. Recently started playing in the Australian Football League. Was suspended for 4 matches, calling opposition player a homophobic slur during the game. The word rhymes with maggot. Do you have similar types of rules in place in professional sports in the U.S.? Glenn, really keen to hear your thoughts on this due to your unwavering long-standing support of the twink bear and LGBT plus communities. Yeah, so Adrian, I don't know why he would get suspended, but let's suspend Adrian for a week for that. So what do you think? Conan, do you think I've shown support for the twink bear and LGBTQ plus communities?
Yeah. Let me tell you. So these are the songs of the Turtles. These are top 40 hits, okay? I've only heard of one, but tell me if you guys have heard of any of them. Because this is like 8 white guys. And this is like white guy music too.
Yeah.
It Ain't Me, Babe.
It's a Bob Dylan cover, I think.
You Baby. Happy Together. I think you heard that. She'd Rather Be With Me. Eleanor.
Eleanor, that's a good one.
Can you play that? You Showed Me. And yeah, those are the ones. I've heard of none of them except one.
By the way, Supertramp is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They should be.
By the way, the Heat, our question from the Heat nightclub.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were looking up your Turtles music. I guess. So let me look here. The question again was, because they're sure
you asked me if you did the twink bear thing.
No. The question was, so the guy got suspended 4 matches for calling a guy with homophobic slur, right? So do we have similar types of rules in place in professional sports? Like, yes, we do. It's like you can't use.
Are those official rules or are they like unwritten rules?
I think they made it like an official rule a couple years ago.
Yeah, they'll throw you out.
He's dinner right now, taking intermission.
For using
excuse me.
To players and referees and other coaches, I think.
Yeah, we're talking about players and coaches, not fans.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing here. Ever since we become politically correct, this is like something that, especially the NFL feeds into the political correctness too. It's kind of weird, So,
that means entire sections of the Philadelphia Spectrum would have been thrown out and suspended when Disco came out.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. All right, so let's go to the mark. Do we have any suspensions, Joe? How many suspensions do we have?
3. Etch, my dad, and Adrian Orlov.
Your dad, yeah. All right, so let's
Let
go to...
me give Conan this because he might be interested. And you had asked it before because we couldn't really name any. But here's the top 5 groups that are not in the Hall of Fame. Jethro Tull, Iron Maiden, Motorhead, Thin Lizzy, and Grand Funk Railroad. Also Duran Duran, Styx, and Def Leppard not in.
I definitely throw in Duran Duran in there and Styx. How about you, Disco? From that thing right there.
Duran.
How about you, Joe?
Duran, yes.
Jethro Tull, nothing.
Grand Funk, Thin Lizzy, Motorhead.
Styx is down in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh,
The Smiths are also not in there.
I couldn't kill us with the Smiths. All right, so let's start
Alice in
with
Chains, there's one. Put Alice in Chains in.
All right, so here's the Mark mailbag. George LeBon, subject is Brock's loser critics. Before WrestlePalooza, the guys at ESPN did a media call to promote it. Now I want to give you all the time to prepare yourself for the shock that this will cause. I'm giving you time to brace yourself for the shock in 3, 2, 1. John Alba was a total snowflake on it. That's right. The guy who Eric Bischoff hated so much, he shut down their podcast together simply because he couldn't stand them. If you guys are ever looking for content to roast the show, take apart their final episode. You can almost hear the tears in Alba's eyes as Bischoff is tearing him a new one. Alba's question was about Brock being on the card despite the Vince McMahon lawsuit. It's so dumb because it's known since literally day one of the lawsuit going public that Brock hasn't been accused of anything illegal. He's not being sued. Even Janelle Grant herself has stated that nothing happened between her and Lesnar. What do you think about Alba doing this? Do you think this stuff will ever stop? Yes. Love those Hugo and Bing clips on YouTube. Those are great guests and that type of wrestling talk content. But Logical Mind is exactly why we love the show. Yeah, I don't really follow John Alba, but I remember he posted something one time and I made fun of it, and he kind of oh my god, he couldn't believe I made fun of him. I was like, guys, relax, I'm just busting your balls here on this site, But I'd like to know. So he asked about the Brock being on the card, but I mean, literally, Brock didn't do it. Brock is in his name is mentioned. He's in email texts or text messages, chains. That's his involvement in this. So whatever, And we don't know if Vince McMahon is guilty yet.
This is all I could find. I couldn't find the audio, but this is a post from Seth regarding it. ESPN execs are asked by John Alba about Lesnar being on the show while mentioning active lawsuits. ESPN says WWE maintains creative control, and ESPN clarified they don't request certain talent. So it didn't go anywhere.
Right. Any comment on this, Carmen?
I'm not sure what's going on here, but I guess John Alba...
complaining about that...
He's making fun of John Alba for the Lesnar question, yeah.
Right.
But if you make fun of him, he melts.
Yeah. Next is from Roger Gilmore, and the subject is the Colbert-Kimmel stuff something that Tony Khan should be worried about? It's confirmed that Stephen Colbert has his TV show because it was costing CBS to lose another $40 million per year, not political, just business. There's also come out that Jimmy Kimmel's TV ratings are in the 100,000 range. Really bad number for a show that once again costs millions to put on. Disney basically just used that 3-day suspension to remind Kimmel, you're just a guy, we're the ones in charge. Again, not political, just a power play. I say this because little old Tony Khan's AEW has been doing the worst numbers ever lately. AEW's got to the state that a rating over 600 is celebrated. 600,000. With all this online talk about Paramount or Netflix and now talks about Warner Brothers, and if so, AEW's in trouble? WWE has their fingers in so many pies, giggity, but there's nowhere left for AEW to go. Now, AEW could just go straight to YouTube and likely do really good numbers as a YouTube-only show, to be fair. But do you think that with these rapid changes happening in the world of TV, AEW is about to face the WBD Acts 2? I have no idea. This is all commenting on speculation. If the merger does go through, and Paramount does purchase WBD, or Netflix does, then obviously this is a huge issue for them. Are they going to remain on their platforms? I don't know. It's like you're asking two like former wrestling podcasters like for the expert opinion on this. It's like, what are we gonna say here?
Nothing's permanent, man. People thought TNA was Spike TV or whatever they started calling it, National Network for Life, and that's not how it went.
Right. You any comments on it?
Yeah, anything's possible. You don't know. A guy comes in, he doesn't like wrestling, you're off the air, he doesn't like the ratings, he doesn't like the amount of money that they paid out because he doesn't think he's getting a return on his investment. Anything can happen, right? But there's so many networks out there. You could go to Showtime, you could go to USA, you could go to, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Next is from Anthony Hunt. The subject is ESPN not impressive WrestlePalooza. K100, greetings crew. Looks like the big partnership is off to a rough start. PN. They say other than the Stephanie Backer match, every match is underwhelming. They rated the show C-. You guys, surprise, WrestlePalooza was a big letdown. PN is not happy at all with how the show went. Your thoughts? Sincerely, Anthony Hunt. My thoughts are saying that you got a sub-100 IQ. Easily. Okay, because one guy, Andrews, whatever the guy, Andreas Hale or something, one guy wrote his review of the show. Okay, ESPN, the people in charge of ESPN, like they're very happy because they did good numbers of it. So you're misinterpreting what ESPN is. All right, idiots. All right, any comment on the city for me?
Oh, well, yeah, bro. I mean, that's one, like you said, that's one guy's opinion. I mean, they're making money, and it's a hot product, and I'm sure ESPN is happy. They wouldn't be having all those stars that they have every week. It seems somebody new's on the show, you know, on First Take or Sports Center or something like that, and they wouldn't be showing all those clips, or they wouldn't be showing the WrestlePalooza special that I saw. They're all in on this.
The take on Twitter is that this Andreas Hale, who also
he was watching the AEW pay-per-view and like loved it. You know?
Yeah, that he's like an AEW booster.
Well, not really. I look at his.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the take is. Yeah.
Just because he likes AEW, I mean, I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden this guy's getting platformed because he's on ESPN. Like nobody would go to ESPN to get the wrestling content ever. And like now people are looking at ESPN because like one guy wrote something about it, you know? Like I don't know. I looked at the names one time for the wrestling people at ESPN. Mark Romaldi's the only guy that I know that's done any wrestling content that I've heard of. You know? So were you in that book, Conan?
What?
Didn't that Mark Romaldi do it? What's his name? Romaldi, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't on me. It was on the NWO.
No, but you contributed that, correct?
Yeah, but I wasn't in there that much. He sent me the book, but I wasn't in there.
Well, you shouldn't have been in there much other things. So. Next is some Wayne Grolfine. The subject is Triple H trolling. Kill Tony is quite possibly the biggest podcast YouTube show on the planet today. And is it funny? Not always, but it's a huge hit show. Absolutely. On a bad day, a new episode gets 1 million views in 24 hours. Some YouTube channels don't even get that in 6 months. So if you don't know the concept of Kill Tony, it's still recorded in front of a live audience and up-and-coming comedians have 60 seconds to do their best comedy under the judgment of a huge audience. It can literally make or break new stars. One guy just got signed to join SNL due to Kill Tony. But just recently gets episode, great Triple H.
Get right back to it.
He really well on it. He was able to hang in there with the comedians.
No worries.
Make a joke. He didn't talk over people, something to learn from Disco. And overall did himself a lot of favors with normal people, not just the IWC, worried about ticket prices. So my question, though, and this is full of conspiracy mode stuff.
Than everyone else.
How WWE have been counter-programming AEW a lot lately, with how WWE have set up so many deals with streaming services that it really limits AEW's future if something goes wrong with WWE, etc. But then Triple H, WWE, and most of the internet have Triple H posting out posters that say "Kill Tony," or Triple H smiling behind a desk that says "Kill Tony" on it, etc. Honestly, how much of this do you think is just WWE trolling the life out of Tony Khan?
My God. That sounds like a reach, dude.
Dude, your first two paragraphs were informative. The last paragraph, conspiracy theory.
I'm stoked a cig and I'm drinking me another can.
Joe Tony is just the #1 comedy podcast. Bro, Tony Hinchcliffe sold out the Garden in like an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah, those guys are very popular.
Yeah, these guys are huge.
I find it interesting. You can kind of see there's a cultural shift because Saturday Night Live hired someone off Kill Tony, which is like a very raunchy, show. Right. And a few years ago, they hired Shane Gillis and then fired him immediately for making like Asian jokes on his podcast. So it says to me the culture is shifting, you know, because Shane's a big fucking star now too.
Right. I saw that Kill Tony episode. Carrot Top was on it. He was hilarious.
Tony knows this because you did the booking meetings with Triple H. He's a very funny guy.
Right, very funny guy.
Very quick-witted, very
right.
So him,
he's promoting his product. He's promoting himself. He's funny. He's quick. He's intelligent.
Right.
You know.
And his comedic attitude.
And to tell you the truth, not because I work for one company, but the truth is the truth, and everybody knows it. Tony comes off as a spaz geek. Yeah. No.
Right.
With the $quarter eyes and the.
Right.
Did you see that I talked to somebody about this and they said it's not true, but the Observer reported that Tony Khan's nickname backstage at WWE is Snowman.
I mean, who cares? I don't think he's being brought up in conversations at WWE as much as people think they do. They're worried about doing, producing all their content.
Right. But that was reported by the Observer, but the person I spoke to said he'd never heard that in his life backstage. So.
All right. So next is our boy Brian Dunlap is back in after suspension. The subject is our resident booker that writes wrestling prognostications for Sports Keys.
No, he's gone.
He doesn't work for them anymore?
Nope.
How come?
I don't know. He didn't clarify that.
Too many dumb articles?
Yeah. He just got cut, I guess. Probably.
Next is from Brian Dunlap. Subject is Disco's last one-on-one wrestling phone, Effie. Hello, K100 crew. I was looking at the widely cited wrestling website, CageMatch.net, and I noticed that Disco Inferno's last single match was against GCW wrestler Effie in 2021. D.I., how would you rate Effie as an in-ring worker from 0 to 10? Mr. Inferno is apparently very picky when agreeing to wrestle appearances in recent years. What made you give the okay for the match with Effie? You see a little bit of yourself in him. I'm guessing Tony Khan will scoop this guy up eventually with an AEW contract. What do you think? Also, what are Tony and Joe Feeney's opinions about the current GCW World Champ? As well as your thoughts on game-changer wrestling, generally speaking. Also, I just had this crazy idea. What if Effie undergoes a complete 100-degree transformation as a wrestling gimmick, shifting from the gay myth to a hellfire preacher, who has repented his ways and now seeking to save the souls of wrestlers and wrestling fans? How controversial would that be? I predict that some people get offended if this actually becomes a thing. I gave my review of my match with Effie, and I had a very good review on the guy. He was a good old schoolboy dude. Yep. I think the scale of 1 to 10, he's like a 6 or a 7 of the group, but he didn't do much, but he was pressing for old school style. And the guy cut a great promo. Yeah, like he cut a really good promo. So I was like, this was actually a promo than that. Yeah, I mean, so I was far more impressed with that than I expected. Just like another person was far more impressed than I would have expected than when I tagged the Brian Alvin. He was way better than I thought. Yeah, so I don't want to say, but these guys were way better than I expected.
Yeah. I haven't seen much of Effie's career. But Game Changer Wrestling, I've seen some of their shows like my birthday with you. I see a little bit on the I think they're very successful. They're very successful. I think it's selling shows, don't they? Right, but the venues are going to, you might be 200 or 50. What do you think about GCW?
I went to a show they had here in San Diego, and it was a small place. It was crowded.
No.
But they have their own, their own crowd, just like MLW, just like TNA.
Hey, careful.
After WWE.
So next is Robert Bailey Jr. And the subject is a lot of people think that wrestling everywhere. The other thing is I did the last place today, just want to keep it time to recognize you, Pete, and keep your free speech in the conversation.
I can't even see you there.
Not just less, but if other sports news for free speech, better. I leave this program and move to like that. I may not agree with what you have to say, but I would essentially exactly like to say it. That's just don't care. Slating wrestling fans had to be patient for events and shows, and I was going to magazines and VHS things. Now, when this wrestling content available principally on the shows nearly every day. Is this oversaturation with this consistent interest in Hindu storyline development as companies rush to create compelling cards of this week? The social media, with negativity and fan conflict, overly critical attitudes and unrealistic expectations, are wrestling companies understandably to focus on the next big event? Is there
She was aggressive. She was aggressive.
Moment and surprises. One regards to this Robert Bailey Jr. But what is your question here? It's like, is this oversaturation? Dude, there's like 900 million wrestling companies. The ones that are doing well are the ones that are doing it correctly. I mean, the best way to sum up what you're talking about here. Do you agree with that, Conan?
Yeah, but he has like three questions.
But they're all like, just like kind of like
same.
I mean, I don't know.
Like the social media fuel overly critical attitudes and unrealistic expectations. How about that one?
Yeah, it does.
100%.
Yeah, but companies like everything you said is like a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
And the answer is to these rhetorical questions that is it the last one is there a way to generate consistent interest without relying on big moments and surprises? Like just put on a good product. You know, put on a good weekly product.
Just
good
do
production.
He keeps on deleting then adding back.
Yeah, I mean,
What
like,
kind of
just,
shit is that?
We have any guests this week, by the way, Joe?
Nothing as of yet.
When are we gonna get? We should get Cross on soon. Then we'll read some of his
We
books.
could probably do that anytime.
Yeah, let's
Join
maybe
it.
next week because I want to finish
Next week.
I've been reading some of his books now. Next is from Richard Fernandez. Subject is Exoticos and Burger Boy. But he spelled Burger Burguer. Is that accurate, Conan, or is it ER?
Yeah, Burger boy like Stephanie Burger.
Is that his name?
No.
Well, he's Burger.
Obviously.
Right, spelled it like that. Okay, what's up, Raza? I hope everyone is fine. I have two quick questions for Conan. First one is a lot of talent AAA Raymond Chanson. On any AAA events that there was a WWE.
And it got a message, so I answered it. Really, it was a notification, multiple notifications.
The second one, next
But I'm back to this now. Maybe to 9:30.
A lot of people see that he's a reason for which he was removed at the part of Worlds Collide. True or false? Maybe the first question. What the Exotic guy?
We've only done 3 shows with him. Like, let us, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure they'll be used sooner or later, but, you know, maybe it'll be like 5 matches, huh?
It'll be a hell of a deal, too.
Yeah.
And what about Nino Hembergues is hooked on drugs? A lot of people assume that was the reason for which he's removed off the card.
No, yeah, visa problem.
What did he say in Spanish, though?
You know, read it again. Let me read it again, too. Ready? Los niños de los borrachos dicen la verdad.
Always told the truth.
Yeah, and wine and vinos veritas. Correct. And vino is veritas. And wine, there's... You get drunk, your lips get loose. Graham Pickering. Substitute for Saudi wants, Saudi gets. Since the announcement of WrestleMania 43 taking place in Saudi was confirmed, and since leaked out, the match of Saudi was the main event was The Rock versus Roman Reigns. The obvious question is, what do you think of the realistic chance of this happening? Here we have Discord puts off Conan's insightful answer. The Rock, who's in his mid-50s, has dropped a lot of muscle from the role, and apparently 51 pounds being dropped before filming. There's a whole bunch of dramatic roles in the works where Stacey, DiCaprio, and The Rock go mad. Which then means that should we wanting to do the match, you would then approaching 60, have to put on all the weight all over again and turn it into solid wrestling, while also training enough to have the ability to work the match and not pass out from exhaustion. I really don't see it happening, but what do you guys think? Oh my god. P.S. Disco, I love you, man, but you ruined that Ben Hameen set. I was really enjoying filming your long time and really breaking down the book, but you ruined it all because you wanted to rush them along. Dude, we're talking about for over an hour.
Yeah, it was like an hour and 31 minutes.
Right. Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ. We don't want a podcast for infinity. It's like, yeah. Okay, what is your answer?
Bro, they would probably give him more money than he's ever made in one day. Movies take months to make.
They call me Snow Ghost
probably
now.
get the same as making a movie. He could fact that.
You borrow money off Leopold Strauss.
The
bills come due.
It's the best time,
$100
Think the best time
bet bets in the past, or pumpkin whatnot.
Mr. Strauss knew it was a long-term proposition.
The debt is due.
Really?
I got supplies meant to last through the winter. You can take them. Just, is there any way you can help me? I stay out here. There won't be anyone to pay.
I ain't here to help. I'm here to collect. We're all on us up against it.
I want to know what was the salary?
They're killers.
Does he typically?
Ain't a deserter, just an objector. It ain't right. If there was another way, the run.
He made 50 for Red One.
Right, 50 for Red One. Right. Now let me tell you something, Glenn Pickering. Do you think Rock is going to turn that opportunity at one night? A professional wrestling match, they give the guy like $10 million. Because he have a $30 million record.
Give him 25 million.
They can make it a big leap.
Which takes months to make and retakes.
And I think if all the ones get free, keep train and work out the ring a couple times a week with races for an hour and a half. I think he'd be up to it, you know, so let's make something like that. Wait, who are you thinking yourself? You started thinking that.
I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Let's do this.
It'll probably be Saudi Arabia.
Let's do this. Well, 50 to me and 50%. Fine, we gotta get on the show. We need 30% versus Joe. Right? Well, how do you get that? It's a point versus Joe.
I feel it.
You know, that's it.
Yeah, they do the electric. You can physically deep. How did you come to that? It's been intuition.
So let me ask you a question. Have you been in the second Me and Quinn have been in the second for no days. If me and Quinn will tell you, alright, that if we had to spend like if me and Quinn would spend there, if you told us, hey, spend a few weeks here, sit around all day and do absolutely nothing for like 10 to 12 hours, okay, or go wrestle a wrestling match. What would you say?
Yeah, and even the stars, because even the David Arquette was waiting around all day, and he brought his girlfriend to the set to spend time, but he worked the whole day. Yeah, but he's very dull process, and that's not the first movie.
Marilyn Manson was there?
Take the silver locket.
His girlfriend was there.
McGowan.
Yeah, Rose McGowan was there.
Very well.
Yeah, he came and visited her. Yeah.
So,
You know, discotheque. The subject is Disco Schiavone Heat.
Go.
What's up, Kevin?
Get her
Let me do a
somewhere
visit
safe.
to Dirt
Go on.
Sheet. And I'm having on something click on postly,
I don't know where
but
we
the
can go,
headline seems interesting.
but I'll try.
Came across this one earlier from Wrestling
Pray
Inc.
for us.
title.
We're past
Tony
Ray.
Schiavone. This WCW star didn't have a bad gimmick. He's just a stupid person. Article linked below. Before clicking immediately, I figured this article was about the one and only Disco Inferno, and not to my surprise, it was. I did not assume this would be about Disco because I think it's stupid, but because Schiavone had the habit of throwing shots at Disco through the years. The article mentions Schiavone doesn't think the Disco character is a bad gimmick, but the man himself is an asshole. For years, I assumed Tony was just joking and messing around with Disco, but now I'm not so sure.
yeah.
I don't think any reason
When I heard the disco was the guy, I seen him on his podcast, saying,
Well, actually, we have a couple of criticisms of him. A couple just, not nothing such a big deal like that. So now my question, is this Steve Schiavone legit, or is it a wrong inside? Maybe it's time the Disco was as Mr. Schiavone to use content to discuss. Also, funny enough, all the
Can you help me, mister?
What's
the
there
problem?
wasn't content with Disco.
The goddamn horse got spooked and run off.
He sometimes maybe
Too bad, at least.
Some seem to be popular.
He took my damn leg.
He got replaced with commentary by Paul
Sorry.
Davis.
He went that way, I think.
Disco is his way of trying to
His
stay
name's
relevant
Buell.
to IWC.
Buell? Second time a prick named Buell cost me a leg. Huh? Buell was my general.
Well, I'd like to
When I
hear
lost
some of the comments.
Okay. Anyway, if you see an angry
Disco's not a
bastard
bad
of a
gimmick.
horse
He said he's just a
with
stupid
my
person
wooden
who
leg,
thinks things. He's just an
I'd be
asshole.
real grateful.
That's it?
I'll bear that in mind.
What are the comments?
Okay, let me give him
That's it.
So this is the comments. From people commenting on what he said. Okay? Very disrespectful. Okay? Somebody else writes, Schiavone recently stepped down from doing commentary for AW Dynamite, but the longtime broadcaster continues to do interviews on the show and commentary for AW Collision. But he was demoted. Disco is part of maybe the greatest nights of professional wrestling history. That is a 70-year-old storytelling in a midlife crisis and with earrings. People like need to cry. Hashtag facts. I think I puts Disco sucks. Watching the wrestling bio series, The Living the War, you see that Disco is actually pretty open for a bit there. A very solid worker, too, in an era where he was working with Eddie and Benoit and Ray and Booker and Regal and Finley. He was so overshadowed that his peers were the greatest levels of all time, levels work. I wasn't overshadowed. I actually made those guys look like some of the greatest all-time workers. That's my work. Pick those comments with then turning into because all the can't get to themselves. That's you, Shivani. Give me a venti mocha latte.
You're okay.
Yes, and thank you, Tony.
It's okay.
Check out the new E-Drone sipping for that fat man on disco. Literally anything that's doing anti-AEW they like. If Hitler was alive and was anti-AEW, they'd put him over.
Come on, Dan.
What do you think about the comments? You think some of those comments were...
Oh, most of them were
What about the guy that said disco sucks? Did you do that comment?
Yeah.
I think it's disrespectful.
Just where you left.
I don't. That's a pretty popular series, though. The guy that does wrestling bios, YouTube. He was going through Nitro and Raw week by week.
They're big.
I had a tweet the other day. Okay, so somebody posted. Okay, some quick thoughts about Raj Geary tweeted. Some quick thoughts on last night. All out, nothing so big. The match is delivered. But for a pay-per-view, even more than that, I could say, quote, that the Sickles enjoyed it, unquote, but they enjoy everything. Most of the matches would have delivered a collision rating. It's a Palooza. First off, I hate the name. When you're the A show, you shouldn't be playing off the more popular trade name. Same reason I hated Superbowl. When I was writing this, this is Raj Geary from Wrestling. Go to Form to get Wrestling. Here's a Bishop podcast. Here's the reason. The underwhelming is one of those words that AJ Lee match was won last night and changes things. Cody vs. Drew was dull. Something's been missing with the Cody's chances to beat Cena. Cena versus Lesnar kind of stuck. AJ Lee was trying to solve this. Started looking pretty to figure out you needed unlimited. What did you guys think? So then this guy comments, this guy John Joni, this tired shtick. Every AEW show is quoting low competition.
You're a good man, Mr. You're right.
Cody's reigns look like paintballs that show AEW. They just have to show.
Yeah, he's a great horse. Sergeant with the devil got him. Hey, you want to hand me that leg there, please? And while you're at it, give old Buell a kick for me, would you? I'm only kidding.
Basic observation on the product is always
thank you.
If more people were coming to show
Warren, but a snake spooked
the basic observation is everything we're supported.
You're a real gentleman, you know? Sometimes, maybe.
No.
Yeah. How'd you lose your leg? Oh, in the war. Cannonball.
Actually got the
pretty clean, though. I don't have much pain, and I didn't get any gangrene. A young boy went into battle with me, got cut in half, so all things considered, I'm doing pretty well, I guess. Yeah,
this limping just to get
so, how is the false?
It's okay. I can still
enjoy the outside. Weren't sent too crazy by it. Anyway, I ain't got much to pay you with.
Basic observation.
You know,
not everything has to be for everything.
That's okay. You like fishing? You come with me someday. I know some pretty good spots. I'm a pretty good fisherman. Yeah, well, I'm great. So between the two of us, we do okay. My cabin is right over on the other side of O'Crea's run there. Thanks again. You throw me again, you old dumb bastard. I'm gonna put a bullet in you. I'll see you again.
Like the fan base is like 5 to 7 times bigger, like in the general picture, like the mass of fans. So in food, if they have like 50%, 15% of the market share that WWE has, that's a niche product.
Like I said before, everything after WWE is a niche product.
Right. Yeah. So next is from William Thomas. WWE versus AEW Vision. I just go Conan. What if AEW and WWE had a working relationship whereby there was invasion aid, like WCW and ECW had? This was brought by Conan to make them the stakes of AEW. Later, WWE purchases AEW, then the roster drops like flies. Conan invites Tony Khan for his last broadcast backstage with Triple H and shakes hands. Do you think this would be a good booking idea?
No.
So, just assuming Conan had the kazoo out for this one. Kazoo today, Conan. You're really slacking it, guys. Terrible. Do you agree that was terrible, Conan?
Yeah, but now when I think of it a little bit more, can you imagine the heat? Because WWE fans do hate AEW fans and their product. So there'd be a lot of heat. Mm-hmm. And there might be some interest, but WWE doesn't need them.
No. Next is from Joe G. Subject is the reason why Vegas is dying. What if Kim Hunter love the show? David listen and always really takes an interesting topic. I want to bring up something recent heard about that caught my attention, see what you think. The Instagram reels is just starting me down a bit of a rabbit hole. Read this Instagram real quick. Seems that now Nevada casinos are now enforcing stricter know your customer rules, KYC. One can tell the makes casinos are verifying patrons identity and sometimes even checking the source of their funds, especially for bigger bets. This idea seems to be preventing money laundering and letting people gamble with legal cash instead of letting anyone just work to bet freely. I couldn't find a ton of clear
Alright.
things like Nevada casinos, KYC regulations, Nevada gaming control
Fuck
board,
it, I don't care that.
gambling compliance. Joe pulled that up. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. This guy gets. Is there some real reasons behind Vegas stars in it? Is it some real reason for Vegas being in a financial state? But Vegas is not in a slump. The strip is in a slump. Our casinos are killing it. That's what people don't realize. You know, people just don't have gotten adverse to going down towards the strip with the penalty. A lot of it has to do with the fucking terrible traffic situation now. Remember we used to talk about I love Vegas? There's no traffic.
Okay,
Like,
sure.
Vegas has traffic now.
Look.
And the F1, you hate that.
There's traffic cones everywhere in the center. I'm like, what the frick are they gonna? And because it's like a type of town where there hasn't been a lot of construction in my lifetime, the people that set up the traffic cones don't know how to set them up properly and safely. Like if you go in there with traffic cones, it's like we're almost going down the wrong lane sometimes. You know, it's like they don't even know how to set them up to make it look safe and like clear. So,
Not again.
but that seems to me, if they're doing a know your customer, they probably must have some sourcing, like through the FBI or something, that there's a lot of dark money going through people's hands into the casino to gamble. Yep. So that's why, like,
we go about this business.
Like the mob or somebody laundering money, which is probably trying to target and know about people that are betting big and stuff, so you can track where they get. I mean, there's no way that's causing the biggest.
And maybe in the outlier casino, they aren't being as stringent.
No, it just depends on whoever's betting big is who's existing. Usually you have to, like, you know, kind of like, you can't just come in with a ton of cash and, you know, just show up with this shit ton of cash and, you know, like, get okay with the casino to cover, you know, something. There's you know, this isn't for people betting $500 a game. Yeah. Well, this is for people that bet like $5,000-$10,000 and bet like, you know, $200,000-$400,000 with the handling. You know. By the way, there's a PSA. Just some random thought from a fan. KG could take a hike, and that's Ryan Sapp talking sports, although he wants to go more senator.
He meant No, he meant Billy.
Billy, okay. Larry Dallas is a Republican. Yeah. This goes way over WCW. Tony Bush UK held. There was actually a solid contributing came with him. And Russo, he had a lot of hate, but I'm going to show him love. Cheers and a joke in his mouth.
Joe, it's a Joe I'm thinking of. He's alone.
By the way, I will be posting. The second that the Giants are eliminated from the playoffs, I will be posting them. You know why? Let me say why.
Have fun.
Vince actively roots against the Falcons.
Yeah.
Actively roots against the Braves. And actively roots against the Tennessee Titans and the Magic.
The Giants are making the playoffs. Arizona's going to make them before they do.
Yeah, Vince deserves to be the rider when they don't make the playoffs.
1,000%. He sounds like Tommy Dream is going to be the rider if the Mets don't make it. Can you believe Detroit was 15 games, right? Yeah. Sitting around on a 10-game winning streak that we watched last night. They're like a game behind. Cincinnati's a game behind the Mets.
Let's do this, Joe. Text Katz and see if he has a comment on his title and this is scary. Right? But we had him on, we just assumed they were making the playoffs. Remember? I think they were, when he did the podcast, it was 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, they're probably 12 games up.
It was in 3 weeks ago, okay? They were 9.5 games up. They went on a 10-game win streak, and Detroit went on a 2-8 stretch. They picked up games in like in 1 week. Like a chunk of games.
So what am I asking?
Do you have any comment on the collapse of the Detroit Tigers? And do you think they will make the playoffs? Me and Tony won.
So you wanted to go good last night.
They did? Oh, the Lions, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you believe Derek Henry not again a fumble, but
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Because never fumble.
Bro, that offensive line of Detroit, ridiculous.
You know what's funny? You know, the Cloudy, the kind of a bully team, but they got bullied last night.
They did get bullied.
That's the thing, they bullied, yeah.
Bro, Gibbs and Montgomery just did what it did to whatever.
I'm not talking about my fantasy team, I'm ready to go.
You did wrong. Yeah.
All right, next is Alex Figueroa. Next is third game, that's a lose. Other team, whether it's the losing team, the vicious guy in the hard game of the Brown Tank Conference is confident that it's good. Question. You think this guy will visit the Shake Shack? Keep it the great word, best spot ever. 1 week suspension, Alex Figueroa. There's no for down there.
That guy's VIP on lifetime, man.
Next is some Glenn, designated terrorist. What's up, Kevin Bundy? I have something to declare a team of domestic terrorist organization. What does that actually look like? Are they considered enemy combatants if they kill on site? Can it be detained indefinitely without charges? Do we have anything to declare this to, or is this uncharged charges?
You know, I don't know. I guess they could be detained like that, because remember that we put a shitload of the Saudis and Iraqis in what that prison called.
Well, these people could do that. And Antifa specifically, though, they harass people and destroy property.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's specific group of people to do this.
I'm looking for an Arthur Londonderry.
I couldn't care less about it, but like, I don't see.
Londonderry?
Are you want to
You want to speak to the foreman?
defend Antifa? People that get paid to agitate and cause public disruption. Like, you want to take their side? I'm fine with this. How are you from? Are you fine with making Antifa terrorist organization? It makes us from Tony F and G. Such as Eddie and Denver. Hey guys, hope all is well. I have two questions.
Wait, let me add this out last time. First, 9/11, the Bush administration claimed that power to label individuals for enemy combatants. That means they can hold them indefinitely without charge. And I don't think they're privy to the same laws as citizens.
I know that
the Antifa most likely do citizens.
Yeah, but I would say this. I would put that on
I think that, Joe, I'm assuming, without knowing any of the facts, that if you are a U.S. citizen, but you're caught under that, law, you lose a lot of your rights. I mean, I can just assume that's what's going to happen.
Next is
what those rights are.
Okay, let's keep it.
You're be interesting.
You're Benoit. First, Eddie was always the more entertaining one. Also, that any wrestling attorney was something special, which is that in the theory, especially when Benoit was fucking Daniel. How do you guys feel about the Eddie wrestling 20? That is the greatest annual wrestling. Look at the great one, guys. Thank you to both of you for putting your bodies on the line for everything for the money I've raised. God bless. Eddie was a better technical wrestler. Benoit's an excellent technical wrestler too, but Benoit's thing is, he was a very, like style. He was very vicious and sharp in his offense. He sold well, he sold his face with agony. Often he was one of a kind. Eddie was one of a kind too, but Eddie was just kind of Eddie didn't look at the specifics, like style and kind of like Benoit did in his work. Eddie just did everything great. Like everything. And Lucha, the moves, and the guy, just said everything. He did everything great. He could brawl great. He could fly great. He could, But Benoit didn't have this thing where he was just vicious. He just looked like he was like the type of guy you wouldn't want to mess with,
people think, or it's like a common thought, that wrestlers need charisma and be able to do good interviews to draw in the crowd fan. But I can tell you, during the Monday Night Wars and stuff, I knew plenty of non-fans that would be sitting there like, this stuff. They'd always watch Benoit, or they'd come back and room if Benoit was on. But Benoit was a little more realistic. Yeah, he could have beat him non-fans in if it didn't work.
Did you agree with that, Cody? About my analysis of Benoit?
Yeah, I thought they were both technically proficient. I couldn't pick one over the other. Definitely, Eddie was way more entertaining, but Benoit was more stoic, serious, right? Yeah. I mean, just two great fucking super workers.
This is the people like, when you watch those guys work, you know that, like, wrestlers like to watch guys work and like watch their offense. That's what turns, and they try to model themselves like, oh, they're up. But then you can put these guys
They're so great.
so great. No agony on your face. And no agony like those.
Not only that, you know what's great about them? They unselfish. They let you get your shit in. They make sure you get your shit in.
Correct. They will always be in front of us. You know? But
I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I said, I'm about to say, fuck this shit.
We should have had a program with each other because that would have worked well. If I could, if I could have gotten some good heat on him, the fans would have like, thought it when he beat me up.
I ain't doing nothing but wasting my time. Marlon, the brain.
Well, I'm going to day off or something. You're going to have a good day because you know you're going to have a good night.
Well, you're going to get chopped, but that was no big thing. I mean, it was just great to work with.
Right. You didn't do like anything that moves that you put you in peril. Right. You know, like guy today, I see these guys taking. I'm sorry, but you know, that move that Penta did, the next to the shore up the top of it, that was scary. Now, it looked great, but then the minute later, it was scary. Okay, of course, it looked like he was something he was selling it, but that was a great sell, but it was like, you start thinking like, oh shit, you know?
Hold on a minute.
It's a next one. Oh, by the way, the WrestleMania, I never saw WrestleMania 20. I did not see that.
It was obviously pretty fun for all the people. And I would say if you're a person who likes to go back and watch Monday Night stuff, don't discount like 2002 to 2004 Eddie. You know, obviously a little bit later on in his career before he passed, but I've seen some stuff with him and Chavo, and I didn't remember that he was this fucking good. He was tearing it up.
Oh no, he was horrible.
Just tearing it up.
Hey, what you think with the ending of WrestleMania 20?
Yep.
You mean when Benoit and Eddie were hugging?
Yeah.
Best ending ever to me. Because I know how much bro, you gotta remember, I broke in with Eddie. So I knew how much this meant to him. I was so happy. I feel, you know, and for Benoit too.
I mean, that's what John Sanchez said. It's none of it this way. Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? I love the show. The show, nothing but great stuff. So I think it'll be great for us to see Disco back in the room. Conan, is there any way to make that happen? Disco becoming a manager of Disco? Is it true the last Triple H taken Conan and Triple H of Disco to come backstage? And he asked everyone if they were, or unison, they said, ooh, let's suspend John Sanchez. That's misinformation. Is that misinformation, Conan?
No, that's true. It's a ooh, and well, I can't make this go back in the ring on the weekend.
Do you actually think that people when you come back at 57 years old?
Again, because you're still in good shape. You talk a lot of shit, and you can cut a good promo, and that's what it's all about. You know, you don't gotta do much. You think you get beat, talk shit. Just stay in the Royal Rumble with you.
So that's what I got.
If you're looking to improve exercise performance, improve strength, enhance
wellness,
and youth,
we'll get them another time.
TheAeonMan.com, TheAeonMan.com. You use code wellness15, you get 15% off your first order. They even offer 10% subscribe and save orders. You can start out with 15% off, and you can keep it going. Continue to get 10% off as well.
Yeah, we're always getting stuff to try with a lot of stuff, as you know, Joe, that we're not going to pass on to our listeners. But this was great. These supplements of wellness for men have been great. Superfood proteins, you know, as you know, I'm really into nutrition now that I've gotten older. I got to watch, you know, what I eat and what my intake is. They have like superfood protein, which builds muscle and shreds unwanted body fat.
They want to mess with me? Okay.
Sugar
Thanks, I guess.
Nature's
Your protein again.
which is actually New Zealand deer amber velvet extract. Right? There's stuff that for joint pains. So this is high quality stuff. People that are serious about their nutrition and their health, they've got everything here. Go to their website. TheAeonMan, theAeonMan.com. Check it out. Let us know what you think.
I checked it out, Conan, and I have the ashwagandha on the road. What that is it's not to support an overall health and energy level, but it also supports, of course, check this out, a normalized mood. helps support the natural response to stress. So that's what I'm looking for sure. And as we update our talk about PA on the umbrella, you guys know how to do that?
Yeah, I tried their green tea on hydrate and also their omega-3 fish oil. Loved it. That's why we're promoting it. So check it out. It has all your health and wellness needs. And write us in and give us a testimonial, you know, and we'll shout you out on the air. So check it out for your wellness needs, the AI. Over. So all right, D.I., what you up to? Where can we find you? Marinite chilling in the cloud on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, yet on Snapchat, right?
Everything's just on Twitter. I get some messages via Snapchat. The Sapphire Gentleman's Club is 702-869-8103. Mention my name. And the podcast, I can pick up in the free number of your personal feed. Reach out to free to free Joe. Come on.
All right, so check this out. If you happen to be in Vegas and you spot the guy at the Korean barbecue or sports betting place, you don't just run up and start chopping it up with him. There's a little protocol that goes a little something like this. Boom, you got to give him a compliment, then another compliment, then you can ask him a question. You can talk to him 1 to 3 minutes and put him over. Additional time, if you're not annoying him, you tell him you got it like that. At no time will there be any direct eye contact. $20 handshake gets you an autograph picture another round. But if you get drunk and obnoxious, you won't put him over, you will hear this. At which point you can tell them, you go, girl, because you're getting 86, which means permanent removal. Joe isn't here, but there is good news. Hugs and kisses are back on the table, especially for two transgenders. Now, this here gentleman caller's topless menu is in vogue. Secret menu and hand job of the week is cream and corn. I love it. And for the holiday season coming up, Disco will throw in a free eucalyptus tea bag with a ball deodorant. You can witness this in 3D or virtual reality. Unfortunately, the 3D glass for VR goggles are not included. This is from 3 to 5 a.m. in the morning, and this is a limited offer. You can catch me at Facebook and Twitter at KONNAN5150. Chops it up in English, Twitter, Spanish on Facebook. You know, I want to thank our Patreons. You can check us out at KNNAN.me. Get all the extra audio and video content that they make the show. Thank you for riding with us and listening to the main show. Our listenership has gone up 30% 2 weeks in a row. That's incredible. Those are incredible numbers. So thank you, everybody, for spreading the word to friend and foe. We try to be different, informative, thought-provoking. Thank you for supporting K100 Talks. It's been a monumental success. Rehash has been a success. That's a 1-hour best of show. And thank you for all the support you've been giving us. Thank you for everybody that's joining our Patreon. If you haven't done it, please join it. That's what our most hardcore fans. You're going to love our content, 6 years of back catalogs. And we will check you out next week. Thank you for listening to Keeping It Brown.
Blood, revenge. We
Thanks
all
for
know
listening
bad
to
thing.
K100.
Seems to
You
enjoy
can
it
find
now.
friends of the show
It's like he
for
just
each
wants to
other.
create more enemies.
Chaos.
Yeah, I know.
You can find me
I mean,
I
love Dutch.
And on Facebook and Instagram,
He saved me a long time ago.
K100 is Conan and Disco at the show's case
Feel like in Saint Denis when I got arrested.
Patreon.com/Conan.
Maybe he could have done something. I feel like
Every
you
week
should
on
take your
Patreon, the
woman
new
and
content
child
includes Raw,
and get lost.
SmackDown, and AEW
What
Dynamite
reason
reviews,
you
as
got to
well as
stick around
monthly
at this
pay-per-view
point?
analysis.
It's
Your
done.
subscription
I
also
don't see
includes
no way
7
out of
years of
any of this.
content, as well as exclusive
What about
bonus
loyalty?
videos,
That's long been
matches,
broken.
promos,
But what are
and
you gonna
reviews.
do? Gotta
All
see
this
this
new
through.
content comes
Try and
to you
make something
early
right.
and ad-free.
There was
The
a
Hobby
code we
series
had.
also include the
Gotta still
opportunity to
mean
jump on a
something.
roundtable with the
Sure.
crew
I
for either a
know,
live
but
Q&A,
listen to me.
a match watch-along,
When the time
or a segment
comes,
discussing the last big
You
event.
gotta run
Make
and
sure
don't
you
look back.
subscribe or follow the podcast on your
This is
preferred
over.
podcast provider, as K100 releases 4 to 6
now?
shows every week,
Now we gotta
including
help
K100
Dutch give
Sports,
the Army one final
K100
tweak on
Tech,
his nose.
K100 Rehab, and the bonus
Yeah.
mailbag.
Come on.
If you'd like to support
Let me
Conan
with the
with
rest of
collecting
this.
individually, you can check out their Pro Wrestling Tee stores. Just go to ProWrestlingTees.com and enter their names into the search box. To submit a question for the mailbag, or a song and video for the
Well, it looks like we
Seal of
finally found
approval,
our calling
please
in live.
use K100question@gmail.com.
The K100 official YouTube, named by Uzi, is on fire as expected in the comment section, and you can find that under Keeping It 100 official. The new K100 Rumble, run by Uzi, will contain some new audio video clips as well as classic material. This can be found at rumble.com/K100. For shorter clips, the K100 TikTok comes to you from the team of JJ Claxton and Chris Mason, and is available at K100.com. If you're not a TikTok user, here's your reason to sign up. Plus, K100 is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All accounts are active under @K100 Thank you to all our friends of the show, and every member of the K100 audience. Month by month, we continue to grow, and it's all thanks to you guys spreading the word. So thank you very much for your support, and we'll see you next week right here on K100 with Conan and Chris guys.
Here's good. We sure got a lot of this stuff. We'll need it.
I've been in the industry maybe 16, 17 years now. This is the worst I've ever seen it as far as there's not that many places to wrestle. Obviously, there's not that many territories. And, you know, it's a promoter's market right now. The promoter's going to give you what he wants to pay you, and you're going to have to take it or go nowhere else. You know, if you're not in WWF or TNA, where else can you be? No American is making money in Mexico. You know, no Americans making money in Puerto Rico. Some Americans are making money in Japan, but a lot of people don't want to go to Japan. So right now it's at an all-time low. And unless they start playing politics and games and get back to business, we're going to stay in the predicament we're in. You can't keep waiting for another rock to come along and save the business. The internet's affected the wrestling. I just think that the internet has just made promoters be a little bit more honest, and like the way that they treat the fans and even the wrestlers. And I just think it's brought a little bit of honesty to this business. I think there's a lot of negativism on the internet. When this is, you know, it's mindless entertainment. It is what it is. It isn't, you know, a real big thing on most people's minds or in their world except the wrestling fans and wrestlers themselves. You know, it is what it is. And I just think that people are so negative about it should maybe question themselves, what is it that they love about the business? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My dream would be probably, I'm going back to Mexico after 6-year hiatus in 2 months. I want to go back there and be the big name that I was before. And if I could do that, I'm pretty well happy with my legacy in this business. And I've been held back by my own personality that I'm not that easy to manipulate, and I don't go along with the flow. And I understand that. And I'd rather, you know, you hate me for what I am than love me for what I'm not. I'm saying I'm always going to keep it real. But the bottom line is this: I think that if I could go back to Mexico, which I'm going back in 2 months, and maybe even be in WWF and do something with Eddie and Ray that I basically did so much with them in AAA in Mexico, I could leave very happy. But if I go back to Mexico and I can gain the spot I had, I'll be just as happy. But those would be the only 2 things that I haven't done. Unless TNA grows into something big, I'd love to grow with them. But that's about it. I've accomplished pretty much everything I've wanted to. So is that your goal now to get into WWE? To Mexico? Go to Mexico and grow with TNA, or if something happens to TNA, go and do something with Eddie and Ray in WWF. That's it. What's it like working with TNA? How's the locker in there? And how's it feel to be a wrestler and an announcer thing? The locker room's very relaxed. There's not that much politics. I just think that they're not doing good business. They're like WWF. If they like you, you can do no wrong. If they don't like you, you can do no right. And they're picking a lot of people that shouldn't be in positions that they're in just because they like them or they're favorites of theirs, and business isn't being done in either company. What's holding the business back from evolving right now? That the guys in charge aren't doing business. You know, they're not. You know, look at WWF. Tell me, am I right or am I wrong? How many people wouldn't like to see Booker T in a bigger spot? How many people would like to see RVD in a bigger spot? But they're being held back because somebody doesn't like them. Why can't they find nothing better to do with Rey Mysterio? Is Bradshaw the best you can do as a champion? You know, he's obviously a favorite of Jim Ross and Michael Hayes and Bruce Pritchard, that Texas clique.
And, you know, this just isn't being done. Look at TNA Goldilocks. She gets more interview time than half the people there. She's in better storylines than half the people there. Why? She's got zero talent.
Ooh, thank God.
And this totally politics. People that I like this guy. He's got a good look.
Hold on,
I
y'all.
like this guy because I don't get along with him. Even though the people love him, I don't like him. Why don't you let the people decide who they like? It makes your job a lot easier. That's exactly what I'm talking about. RVD and Booker T don't get bigger pushes because somebody doesn't like them. And the people, you know, they're feeling it. You can't find something better to do than Rey Mysterio. He's one of your biggest merchandise sellers, one of the best wrestlers you have, one of the flashiest dressers. All kids think he's a little kid and they want to play with him, and you can't find better storylines for him. He isn't in a better spot than he should be, but you know what I'm saying? He's like treading water.
What do you project the business going to be in 5 years from now?
Believe it or not, I really do predict this. I don't know where it's going to be in 5 years, much less in 1 year. But I can tell you this, that in 5 years, WWF or TNA will have to have their own Latin American division, because by then somebody will be running wrestling for Latins here. It's going to change the face of wrestling, because you're going to have to give Latinos their wrestling. Just like right now, all the pay-per-view is bought by the Latino fans to see Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad, Ricardo Mayorga, Fernando Vargas, you know, those guys. Just like Luciano Chavez in his day, Hector Camacho. And same thing with wrestling. You're going to have lucha libre or wrestling geared to our Latin market, guaranteed. Vince McMahon has gotten lucky that nobody else has had the money or has had somebody show them the way yet, but they're starting to find out. And a big business, whether it's Televisa or Galavisión or Pemex or some big Spanish conglomerate, Univision, maybe even NBC in Espanol, will find out, and that's going to be the way, I would say, in 5 years. Lucha Libre, the wrestling geared to a Latin market.
Back in the day, back when you were in your peak in Mexico, you and Dean felt those guys loved each other. What was the deal with that?
We were just both immature, you know, and I think Antonio Pena, who was my boss, he always liked the, you know, glamorous, good-looking guy, and he always kind of was like a mark for Vampiro.
This thing always shit.
Me to always be competing against him. Vampiro's going out with the Cyclops, you need to go out with him. Vampiro did this, and then I think that we're both very rebellious, and I think we were immature, and we had other wrestlers kind of stir up the pot, and we just started to have I think a professional jealousy turned into personal jealousy, and it was just stupid. You know, we were both young, and Mexico wasn't big enough for the both of us. It's like having Axl Rose and Slash in the same group. They just couldn't be there no more. Or Eddie Van Halen and David Lee Roth. You know, as talented as they were, the group wasn't big enough for the both of them. Mexico wasn't big enough for the both of us.
Look at us. No, I remember you telling me you used to be a pro bouncer.
Amateur boxer.
And you're a big, strong guy. Is there ever a chance that you'll go like mixed martial arts?
You know, I'm too old for that. If I would have done it when I first started, I would have, but mixed martial arts wasn't big when I broke in.
You got a family.
You thought nothing of it. In other words, well, neither did we, yeah?
And Dutch has all the money for safekeeping. You know something? Abigail thinks she might know where some of that money is. Well, you tell her she better make sure. And then come talk to me. And we'll find out just who and what we should be loyal to.
Yeah.
I don't know, Arthur. Nor do I. But I am starting to see things clearly now. I ain't being taken for a fool no more. Now get out of here.
Be back, my friend.
What's going on, John? Just blew up the bridge.
Okay, I'll do one more short lap and then we'll go. Come on, over. Go. Oh.
Welcome back.
We don't right now, I was told earlier, now I'm sweating because I got rained on. And I've been walking. I don't know how many, probably 2 laps is probably a mile around the whole thing.
Well, this is closer.
Oh, how many I've done. Let's see.
How far is that horse? I'm talking like a kid.
Sorry, Lulu. Let me hear it.
Okay, fella.
Let's go back to school.
Oh.
Are you guys all ready
The mission is on mountain, maybe I forgot.
Decorations all up?
Oh, the one you forget? Well, there ain't really that to it. Just using some wagon and all that shit to get to where you need to, then get the dynamite's planted, then escape the train crash.
I just carved a couple something this year. So lazy. Don't have energy anymore. Yeah. Things will get better. Okay. Tummy bug, that's the word. Hey, Brian. Thank you, Sandy. You can too.
Hold up. 1 second. Few seconds, y'all. Few seconds. Let's look for something.
Fucking liver fucking shit will never make it.
Never mind that. What you just heard in the background. Never mind that. All right, nothing to look at. Shit. Sounds so this. Okay. Look for this next person.
Oh, that other Indian people place at.
Come in.
Native Americans, my friend.
You don't sound very well.
I'm not. I think I'm dying.
And I hope you find peace.
I don't know too much about peace.
Apparently not. Did you have fun with my son, the impetuous prince?
New character.
Went on a raid with him.
I'm sorry.
I suppose I lack the grandeur of a conventional king.
I don't know too many kings.
Colonel Favors, he has already exacted some measure of revenge for the raid. 2 women were assaulted by his men.
I'm very sorry about all of this.
Yes. Sometimes the correct path, the bravest path, is the least obvious, and also the gentlest. I'm a great disappointment to my son.
Your son seems to want a war.
My son thinks there is glory in death. Maybe he's right, but for me, I saw death being handed out so freely by the most foolish of men, I never could equate it with victory. Glory has come in service. Maybe. Maybe not, I don't know.
I've killed a lot of people. For a whole lot of dumb reasons, and I ain't never seen much glory in it.
Well, your friend, Mr. Vanderlyn, he talks a lot. I don't know him, but my son is easily led.
I'm not sure I get you.
Well, perhaps we could go for a ride. I'm an old man. My whole life I have tried to bring peace.
But I ain't doing so good.
Then maybe you can take pity on my plight. Please, it won't take long. And maybe I can help you with that cough.
Sir! I'm glad I caught you, sir.
Captain Monroe, do you know my friend, Mr. Morgan?
No, sir. I don't have the pleasure.
Arthur Morgan.
It's an honor, sir.
How can I help you, Captain?
I was just in Saint Denis. I spoke with the mayor. It's not good news, I'm afraid. May I ride with you for a little?
Of course. Follow me.
So where are we going?
I want to show you a site up in the mountains that's long been sacred to me. A place for reflection and healing.
Passing you.
What is this news, Captain Monroe?
Yes, sir. As I mentioned, I did speak again with the mayor and the Bureau of Indian Affairs in Saint Denis at length. But regrettably, it appears the oil company has already received approval to move forward with drilling on the reservation's land.
I supposed as much. So what does that mean for us now?
I'm not sure just yet. I didn't get the impression anything would be happening for a few months. I'm very sorry, sir. I did everything I could.
I know, Captain.
And I assure you I will continue to do as much as I can. Mr. Morgan.
Now you go to find something that important maybe I forgot.
Taken by friends outside the tribe.
Okay.
Sure, I can help.
That's good news. Thank you. Come meet me on the reservation whenever you can. Even just a couple hours of your time. Anyway, gentlemen, I won't take up any more of your time. I'll see you both soon.
Sure.
Thank you, Captain.
Enjoy the ride.
See? What's left of that bridge over there? I heard about it being destroyed. Do you know if that was also my son's doing?
No, I'm pretty sure he had nothing to do with that one.
Well, I fear they will find a way to blame it on us anyway. We'll continue on this way. I'm going to look for some herbs to give you. See the wolves over there feasting on that horse? Brutality and beauty are both all around us. Yet so often we're unable to see past our own grievances. This is what I try to teach my son. Good. There was no need to harm them. We can talk if you want, Mr. Morgan. But don't feel like you have to. It's a beautiful ride ahead if you need some time to think.
How much you know about Dutch?
A little. Mostly what Charles told me. Are you okay, Mr. Morgan?
For years. He was the best man I knew. But he's been unraveling for some time now, and I ain't sure there's any going back at this point.
So why do you stay?
I'd have been dead by 18 if it wasn't for him. He never gave up on me. It ain't something that's easy to walk away from. And he's got all my money.
Let's keep moving. I want you to see this place. Huh? It sounds like you have a lot to work out in your own mind.
I don't know why he's getting involved with Eagle Flies, but the two of them together, it's gonna be a problem.
It already is. So what are you suggesting we do?
Two of them were headed for Fort Wallace when I last saw them. I'll head over there. See if I can keep things from boiling over.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
You got no reason to thank me yet.
Hold up a moment. Some of the plants I need will be growing down here. This is what I was looking for.
Really, Piper? That's enough. That's enough. We're gonna walk for a little bit. No, you're not smelling every single crevice and crack. Art gallery. What about those guys? Were they cute?
English mace. Okay, let's continue on.
So, conditions are that bad on the reservation?
Yes. This conflict with Colonel Favors and his regiment at Fort Wallace continues to worsen. Many of the elders are sick, and the young feel that any compromise is an admittance of defeat.
Yeah, compromise ain't an easy thing to learn. So you was just talking about something?
I felt like that once too. I was there 20 years ago for all the fighting, and I saw where it led. But my people come to me for answers, and I have none. I cannot even guide my own son. It is hard to tell someone who is being treated unfairly not to fight back.
Dutch used to tell me that revenge was a fool's game. But now, feels like he's developed a compulsion for it.
Any action without violence is difficult, especially when my son is involved. But when the intent becomes violence...
Oh, I got this pin.
Bear plump. I tucked it up, my darling. Piper's like, I don't care about
That's when the cycle begins again.
I've been in that cycle my whole life.
Maybe I should just make a pedicure. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Yeah, maybe if you want to I couldn't use it.
Wait, stop here. I want to pick some ginseng.
Hey, Kita 619, welcome in. Kita B.
This will combine well.
$3 for 15 minutes or $12 for 15 minutes?
Wait there. I'll put these in your saddlebag. Get these together.
Yeah, I see the shit going on.
But it'll help to keep your strength up.
I see the shit.
All right, let's go. It's not much further now.
I appreciate the herbs, but I think it's gonna take more than that. I saw a doctor, and he says I'm in a pretty bad way.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's alright, I'll work something out. If I get enough money together, I can always head out west to one of those sanatoriums in California. I still got some options.
Well, I wish you all the best.
Okay, come on. Ooh, look at this.
It's just up ahead. What's happened? No! It can't be.
No! They destroyed everything!
I need to find the Chanupa. Who would do this?
Someone who wanted to enrage you.
Help me look around, please. The Chanupa is gone.
Of course. What is it?
A ceremonial pipe. There must be some clues to what happened here.
There's some whiskey here.
This is a place of peace. This is a place of peace.
There's some logs here they must have used as kindling.
An empty bottle of whiskey.
Well, if they drank all that, they couldn't have gotten too far.
Yeah, well, still no sign of the Chanupa. Mr. Morgan, there's someone down there. Do you have any binoculars? Oh, there they are. These brave men. Some of Colonel Favor's men. They must have been the ones who did this.
Are you surprised this happened?
Not at all. But I hope we were past this.
Well, you got land they want. Land with oil.
They moved us here. They've taken everything we had. I signed 3 treaties myself, and they've broken each one. Now they've taken the last hope. Now my people are going to want a war. A war they can't win.
Not if I get it back.
Get it back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, get your Chinook, but no one will be any the wiser.
Would you do that?
Well, you can't go, they know why you'd come.
I don't have any money.
No, I don't need your money.
How far up?
Please see if they have our sacred items. But try not to hurt.
Yeah.
Whoa, easy.
Gotta be aware around these specials. Hey, try not to hit it.
What's wrong with this horse?
I know I'm gonna fuck this. Took something of my friends. Gotta give it back. Like I said, I knew I was gonna fail this one.
Huh? What's that? What's wrong with this? I heard something. Guess it was nothing. Who's there? We got an intruder. Take your hands off that. You ain't nothing.
Oh. Damn. Nope.
Here, I got your things, I think.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm very sorry about this.
Even sacred things are only things. People, the heart, matter more. Was anyone hurt?
No one was killed.
Well done. Well done.
You tried
I
to
wish
take
my
me out.
son knew such restraint. My people owe you a great debt, and I'm giving you very little. But please, take this. We believe it to be sacred.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take those herbs I gave you, please. And most of all, I hope you can find peace within yourself.
He's a man who, not so long ago, I would have found weak and pathetic. Now I see as wise and thoughtful and sensible. I would love to help him. Or at least stop Dutch pushing his son to do something real stupid.
Okay, let me get to something. Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
Oh, Cliff. Stop talking about your mom, bro. She's not here to defend herself. I don't like it. Well, you should probably stop talking about her then. You're sitting here being rude to me. Obviously, she wasn't that great of a mama, otherwise she wouldn't have taught you to be a piece of shit. And talk shit on somebody you don't know, bro. I would have empathy for somebody who's not a piece of shit talking shit, okay? Like, grow the fuck up and go to somebody else's channel, bitch. Oh, I'm a loser? You must be looking in a mirror, bro. You're coming in talking shit to somebody you don't know. That's loser status. Bye. Fuck that troll, bro. He comes in, talks shit every day. You got your 15 minutes of fame, Cliff. You're welcome. Shit gets real quick. I don't give a fuck. I'm a cunt when it comes to stupid twatwad bitches. I'm only keeping these in for like 2 seconds. I don't like this. That looks stupid. I don't like that. That looks absolutely stupid. I look like a fucking weirdo. I do not like this whatsoever. Oh, my neck is killing me. Actually, it's perfect for a moment, so I can put this shit on my neck. No, it looks weird. I don't like it because my hair looks too long and
Okay. Let's go on to the next one. For some reason I can't find it, but I can't get to it. It's stupid.
boy. Yep. Yep.
One day.
Good night. Just good.
Easy
Uh,
there. Easy. Whoa.
territories.
Yep.
You don't want to go in there. I want to disrupt them. Oh, shit.
Easy. Nice and easy. Yeah. Whoa. You're okay, boy.
Kind of just walking away.
Easy. You're okay.
Chill the fuck out, lady.
Come on! Don't you go carrying me around!
Also, still you on the horse to say, man.
Unless you want something else, you untie me now!
Shut the fuck up. Chill the fuck out, bitch.
Took your damn time. Rotten pig fucker. Never did no right by me. Not since I was 6.
Well, glad you're feeling so good about all this.
Hey, he brought this on his damn self. Weren't my fault his brain got handled by damn demons.
I thought we was bad. Let's go, boy.
Remember this shit. I guess left their ass. They didn't even say things, see? What a thing? Jesus.
Hello. Here I am, as promised.
Captain Monroe.
Of course.
Chief's gone out trying to find medications. It's quite a business.
Yes. Thought we were through with all this.
Well, we are, mostly. Colonel Favors seems to think the natives have broken some promise they never made, and apparently is punishing them by withholding vaccines sent down by the federal government.
Really?
I was supposed to oversee the administration of vaccines. Now I hear the wagon's been diverted.
Why would he do such a thing?
To be honest, I truly don't know. They say he didn't have a very good war, so maybe he's trying to start another one.
Is that what you think?
I'm trying to find out. He knows I'm trying to find out. He'd love to provoke me almost as much as he'd love to provoke these poor bastards.
Meaning?
Meaning, despite the fact that I think he's a horse's ass, he knows I think that. So we're just stuck here trying to make the best of things.
This is the best of things. Children dying of diseases.
No. This is awful.
Where is this wagon? Where can we find it?
I can show you. Supposed to be heading to a pediatric coming up through Valentine, but it's been diverted south instead.
Come on, Captain Monroe.
Mr. Morgan, we must act with due caution.
Oh, we shall. We surely shall. Now come.
Okay. I think I know a spot where we should be able to intercept it.
Lead the way, Captain. So, this Colonel Favors, he knows you're up here helping these people?
Yes. And no. He knows I'm here to produce a report on the situation. I was sent down from the north after all the news of unrest in the region. But I think my presence might be making things worse.
What do you mean?
I worry he's taking some of these actions more to protect himself now. He can incite more retaliation, maybe he can prove a stronger defense.
Well, like destroying that shrine.
Yes, and taking their horses. I mean, I don't know if he personally sanctioned any of this or not. This is the other problem. There's a culture now in his regiment. Rot has traveled down the trunk.
Okay. Well, just show me where to find this wagon, and I'll get the medicine for you. You don't need to be involved.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. But I must ask you, please be discreet. We really cannot afford more conflict. I'm still hoping a meeting can be arranged between Rains Falls and Colonel Favors.
I understand. So I should drop the wagon back at the reservation?
Oh, no. No. You only need to commandeer the vaccine. Stealing those and an army wagon will only make matters much worse.
Okay.
You know, Favors has many flaws, but I don't believe he's callous. More an insecure man at the end of his career trying to cling on to something that's already gone. He fought for the Union in the war. His record was considered far from illustrious. A failed man is often the most dangerous. This is the spot I was thinking of. Let's cut up this way.
Sure.
There's a nice vantage point up at the top here. Okay, let's dismount here. Best leave the horses back a bit. We'll have a good view over the road from this ledge. The wagon should come along this way.
Okay.
You're a good man, Mr. Morgan, but I fear this task to be a fool's errand.
Well, firstly, I'm a long way from a good man. Secondly, fool's errands are my favorite kind of work.
Fair enough. In that case, I can see we shall be great friends.
May I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why don't you just tell all the folk up in Washington what kind of an idiot Colonel Favors is, and save us all a lot of bother?
Unfortunately, the government doesn't work quite like that.
If you say so.
There. I think that's the wagon.
All right. Get yourself out of here.
Just remember to keep it clean, understand me?
Don't worry, I'm as clean as they come. All I do is clean.
Well, good luck.
I'll meet you back at the reservation.
Try not to get yourself killed, Mr. Morgan.
No, now, I can't promise.
What's the experiment? I'm sorry I'm posting. I'm looking at something important. What do you say? Yo, man. Gonna do something. might want it this way, girl. Girl. Skandinalı. Skandinalı. Okay. All right, folks. What was my mission? I'll go after that wagon. Oops, sorry, horse. I was doing other things, my mind was somewhere else.
Easy now. Hold it right there.
Whoa, you better put that down right now. We'll open fire if we have to.
Mm-mm.
Come on now, boy. Yep.
I'm gonna try to quit this at 9:30. Gotta come up that lineup for tomorrow. Oh, legacy.
Captain Monroe,
I got the medicine.
Oh, wonderful. That's great news, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, now don't worry. It didn't go too bad.
Oh, I'll have to take your word for that. We could both swing for this.
Yeah, well, I think I'm a little past caring about hanging, Monroe.
Maybe. I just hope Colonel Favors thinks he was robbed by bandits and not...
Oh, no, I'm still a bandit. There ain't no doubt about that.
Of course. Well, I better get to work. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Bandit or not, this was a good thing. Maybe it'll get us both killed, but it had to be done.
I hope so.
built it back up. Stop that bullshit. I just built it up. What is it?
Help me, and I shall help thee. Help a blind man.
Have this.
That which is killing you will help you finally to see. And see clearly, friend. See and hear.
All right. Well, I'll have to take your word for it. Yep.
A little bit of a fix there. Oh, shit. Next mission here. I guess then I'll shut down shop. Get ready for tomorrow. Oh, shit.
So good of you to join us.
What's going on?
Rebellion. The smell of cordite and integrity. It is a beautiful thing.
What are y'all doing?
An eye for an eye. We didn't start this, Arthur. They did.
We? This ain't our fight.
It surely is.
Whatever it is you're planning, it ain't a good idea. They want you to fight.
Nobody will be killed.
We're just gonna trap a few of them in the valley, disarm them, tar and feather them, and remind them to leave these boys alone.
You have energy for pranks?
Come on, Arthur. Just tweaking Uncle Sam's nose a little. I need you to help me. Besides, it's perfect. People will see these boys. They won't notice us, and they'll think we're gone. Everyone will blame everything on the Indian problem, and we'll disappear up the river. But first, we need to trap them in this pass. Help me dynamite up these trees.
So, you're using them?
No, sir. No. Never. But it is mutually beneficial to draw attention to one problem and a veil over another.
These are good people, but their situation is real complex. We ain't helping.
Sure we are. Come on, let's get this done.
We don't have a lot of time. The patrol should be coming in a few minutes.
Okay. Hurry, Arthur. I'll plant the dynamite, you run the wire.
We'll keep lookout from up here.
I sent for some of that dynamite you and Bill commandeered in Van Horn. Good work with that, by the way.
Bill played drunk.
The perfect man for the job.
So, you finally got to see Colm hang.
Yeah. After all those years. Hard to believe. Oh, but it was worth the wait. See? We're tying up the loose ends, Arthur. One by one.
I think that should do it. Come on now, quick! Get back up here.
Okay, let's go, Arthur.
Hurry! I think I see some movement in the distance.
Quick now, Arthur! Everyone into position! My spotter will let us know when they're near. They're coming now. Ah, damn. Patrol's a lot larger than we thought it was gonna be.
Don't worry. That's a good thing.
Okay, that's the signal. Here they come. Stay low and quiet.
You sure you don't want me to man that plunger, Arthur?
No, I got it.
Oh, remove the weight of the world from your shoulders for a minute. Like I said, we're just going to give them a bit of a scare.
There they are. Looks like more than we thought.
It's fine. We're only here to talk and administer a little good old-fashioned humiliation. You're owed that, son, at the very least.
Wait for my lead, men.
Everyone just stay calm. We've got the upper hand here. Okay, they've passed the first charge.
Put your hands up! You're surrounded! Nobody need get hurt! Your humiliation of us has gone on quite enough.
This ain't a good idea!
Put down your guns!
You are making a mistake, boy!
No, you're making a mistake. Put your hands up, soldier. Take a little humiliation and leave these fine folks alone.
Who are you?
A concerned citizen.
Is that so?
What now?
We should move.
No, not quite yet. Soldier, you and your friends gonna tuck tail and run off? Run!
Excuse me?
I'm getting bored of this. Your friends fired first, soldier!
My father won't be happy about this!
They fired first, son!
No favors enough! Take them down! There's another patrol in the rear!
Looks like we got a fight then, boys!
There's a lot of them!
one regiment of pastry chefs and bullies. Watch your goddamn mouth. All of you, take what you can, and then we move out.
Move now. We have to move now.
Search these men quickly, then we move.
This is crazy. Why aren't we getting out of here?
They might have information on them that'll help our friends with their cause.
We need anything my father can use to strengthen our case.
I ain't sure much is gonna strengthen your case after this.
Find anything?
Yes. Some poor fool from New Jersey. These boys ain't the problem. They're only kids.
Keep looking.
Oh! They were taking it.
Shit! Everyone, keep your heads down. We're gonna get out of there.
No! You want to fight for it?
Are you alright? I think so.
What do we do here, Dutch? This is a lot of men!
Just hold your ground. Surrender, and they'll hang you all. Try to flank them, Arthur. We'll shoot you some space.
Yes! We need to take out that cannon!
Up the hill! The cannon! Take out the spotter, Arthur! That ain't nice.
You think you're helping those savages? You're finishing them!
This is it.
Where's Peta?
Damn. They're sending riders from the fort. We need to leave.
But where's Peta? Was he killed? He's alive.
Well, that went just about according to plan.
I'm trying. I'm trying, Arthur, with everything I have, and I will keep trying, and you'll keep doubting me, and we'll keep failing.
It ain't like that, Dutch. Look at me. Look at me! I'm just... This ain't how we do things.
I know.
That's gonna get
Where's
in
Eagle
there.
Flies? Run, son! Run! Come on! This area is gonna be crawling with soldiers in a few minutes. We gotta leave. Now! What about Eagle Flies? We gotta go, Arthur. Come on! We need to ride hard. Stay with me. Back here! Into the trees! Okay, let's dismount here. We won't get the horses down this path. All right, let's carry on by foot. Try and sell them a little snake oil. You think? It's all I got. Get out of here. Yeah. Let's see if we can lose them down here.
I'll put you in the grand.
Shit. I guess not. Get behind. Something, Arthur. God, there.
Oh man. Last mission.
This is a losing battle, Arthur. Oh, we gotta do something. There's too many, Arthur. Fall back. I don't know how much longer we can hold out. Let's drill these, you bastards. I'll hold them here. Move. Dead end. This is it. Well, Arthur.
Put your hands up! I said put your damn hands up!
Okay. Okay. Follow my lead. I got a plan. This is a good one.
We're going back.
Officers.
We'll have to go swimming or something.
Come here. Put your hands up!
Hello, Captain.
Keep your hands up and come here. Come here.
We can't do that. Your man... Those men they killed? They were good men. You're fighting nature, Captain.
Get over here!
Ask my friend here. My whole life, I tried to fight change. It's a waste. I see that. Now, it's waste. You can't fight nature, Captain. You can't fight change. You can't fight gravity.
Yep, like I said, we're going swimming. Oh, man.
You're okay. Oh, you're okay.
What a mess!
I know, but a mess is what we need. Oh, we just escaped from chaos. Eagle flies must have been taken.
Taken or killed?
Well, we can't go find out.
No, not now.
Charles, we'll send him. Where is he?
He's probably back at camp.
Let's split up. I'll go tell him. You rest up. Keep a lookout. We are gonna make it, brother. I can feel it. Faith, Arthur. Have faith.
I think I'm gonna end it here. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna end it here. Got wrestling tomorrow. ACW Storm. Gotta go to this week. Oh, this. Nah, we commence to this on Friday. Another episode. Episode 15.
Screaming face and the peace sign. It's a wonderful
See y'all.
combination. And Brian, hey now, Brian, are you ready for Voight Wrestling to return? Guys, if you don't know, I am a character on the Voight Wrestling channel that is run by